time as my cadet studies consume almost my entire day and night cycle. We have just finished our History of the Republic course, and as I learn about the dark times before the formation of the Republic, I have come to understand them more. I learned of how the Republic came to be and what their society is built upon. I know that you are aware of some of the history, but I will share what I have learned with you. By the year 2030, the Western nations were suffering from a severe economic depression and widespread social crises as their policies backfired on them, and they almost collapsed under the weight of massive government subsidies and welfare programs. Faced with bankruptcies, demographic collapse, and internal dissension, the Western nations retreated from the world stage and became isolationists. The power vacuum and the sudden loss of financial and economic support from this withdrawal had a domino effect, as dozens of poorer nations around the world suffered civil wars and widespread famine. Regional wars cropped up all over the world, and old rivalries and hatreds reared their heads and plunged over 1 billion people into a dark age. Taking advantage of the chaos and the retreat of the Western world, in 2032 the Russian Federation and the Republic of China joined together in a military and economic union called the Eurasian Combine, and rapidly became the preeminent power of the world. Utilizing the vast untapped natural resources of the Russian Federation, the manpower of the Republic of China, and the Silk Road Initiative they built, the Eurasian Combine was able to subject the entire continent to an economic stranglehold and forced many smaller nations to join them. Some nations that refused to join were subjected to embargoes and blockades that quickly caused their governments to collapse from lack of food and fuel, while other weaker nations were invaded and quickly subjugated. In a stunning achievement of diplomacy and manipulation, the Eurasian Combine was able to convince the Republic of Turkey, at this point a dictatorship in all but name, to leave the European Union and NATO. With the military support of the Eurasian Combine, in 2034 the Republic of Turkey launched an invasion of North Africa and the Middle East with their large professional military. In less than 6 years they had conquered North Africa and the entire Arab Muslim world, and their territory stretched from Morocco to the former borders of Iran. Israel fought alone for 3 years before evacuating as many of their remaining citizens as they could, and they fled to the European nations that would take them. The remnants of their military stayed behind and fought on, and it was only when they were overwhelmed by an onslaught of chemical weapons and the destruction of Tel Aviv with nuclear weapons that they finally relinquished Israel. The few surviving military units escaped in a rescue flotilla protected by their remaining Navy ships, and fought their way through the Turkish Navy in the eastern Mediterranean, landing in scattered groups along the coasts of Greece, Italy, France, and Spain. Their conquest complete, Turkey renamed this new empire the Turkey Caliphate, and in 2040 they became the third signatory to the Eurasian Combine. On the African continent, the nations of South Africa and Nigeria joined together in an alliance in 2032, and with visions of a Pax Africana under their rule, launched a series of attacks against their neighbors. By 2041, the entire continent of Africa, apart from the north, was now unified under their despotic rule, and they named this new entity the African Bloc. Australia, New Zealand, the Philippines, Taiwan, South Korea, and Japan formed an alliance called the Pacific Coalition in 2036 and heavily fortified their nations. They built up their military capabilities and instituted a coalition-wide draft to bolster their troop levels, hoping to ward off an attack by the Eurasian Combine. The only real bastion of hope in the world during these dark times was in South America. Faced with the dire turn of events worldwide and the economic collapses they endured, the people rose up in popular uprisings and overthrew their corrupt governments. Tired of the endemic graft, gang violence, and the destruction of their habitats, the uprisings spread in a tidal wave as new governments were created and martial law was declared. Violent gangs were hunted down and eliminated. Corrupt officials were arrested and sentenced to life in prison, and the drug trades and criminal enterprises that engaged in trafficking and kidnappings were ruthlessly exterminated. What followed was known as the Rebirth, and in 2039 Central and South America unified under a single democratic government known as the South American Union. The South American Union turned their eyes to the failing state of Mexico and held high-level talks with the United States and laid out a plan to wipe out the cartels and remove the corrupt Mexican government. The United States agreed on the condition that the Mexican people be allowed to hold elections and choose to create their own new democratic government or join the South American Union. The SAU agreed to this proposal, and in 2040 the Mexican military went on the offensive with the support of the United States and the SAU, and declared war on the cartels. Bolstered by Mexican self-defense and vigilante militias, the Mexican military engaged in a series of bloody urban battles with the cartels, corrupt police, and traitorous military units, and after a year of vicious fighting, claimed victory. The victorious Mexican military then assumed control of the government and, in a series of purges, rooted out and hunted down corrupt officials and their criminal allies. In 2042, the Mexican people, under the watchful eye of the military, held free elections and created a new republican form of government, choosing to become a member of the SAU. Such was the state of the world by 2043, as 75% of mankind suffered under repressive dictatorships. The Eurasian Combine waited for a chance to bring more of the world under their control, and continued to consolidate their recent conquests and build their militaries. The chance they were waiting for happened in the year 2044, when the internal issues plaguing the United States finally came to a head and the Second American Civil War began. The lights-out warning just came on, and I must get ready for the night cycle. I will tell you the rest of the story in my next letter. With love to you and birth mother, Alexa. Dear Sire Father, I apologize for not being able to write to you for some time, as boot camp and my studies consume almost my entire day and night cycle. I have just finished my Earth history course, and I find myself conflicted as I learned about how the Republic came to be and what caused its formation. I know you are aware of their history, but I never knew just how bad things were for humanity, and how close they came to wiping themselves out during their Third World War. I sometimes look at the human cadets around me and shudder as I imagine their ancestors wantonly slaughtering each other with weapons of mass destruction. I watched the historical documents showing the mass graves, entire cities obliterated, and the worldwide battlefields where tens of millions fought and died. I saw the footage of the great migrations that followed as the survivors fled from their destroyed, irradiated cities or the biochem bombardments. Seeing these poor humans suffer and die by the hundreds of millions from disease, exposure, thirst, and hunger as they wandered in vain looking for safety crushed my soul. I almost can't believe it is possible that the humans who came and saved us are the same species as their ancestors. Sire Father, it seemed as if they descended into madness as they fought and destroyed each other. How did they ever recover from this? Almost 5 billion of them were dead within 10 cycles, and almost 1 billion more suffered lifelong illnesses and disfigurement from the radiation and the biochem weapons. I understand now why they developed into a very advanced automated society and still rely so much on AIs, automation tech, and androids. They had to make up for losing almost 60% of their population, and this tech was the only way they could rebuild their world. It was only 5 years ago that they finally surpassed their pre-war population of 10 billion, despite having colonies on multiple worlds and over 100 years of peace. The documentary that hit me the hardest was the video recordings taken from the International Space Station. The 6-member team was on that station when the war started and were slowly running out of air after the Eastern Coalition crew members sabotaged most of their oxygen and water reserves and the lifeboats before terminating himself. Over many weeks, individual members volunteered to be left in modules one by one as they shut down sections to conserve air and prolong the survival of the remaining members that had children. The United States and the EU both tried to send shuttles to rescue them, but the Eastern Coalition intercepted and destroyed all 3 of them before they could break orbit. There were no more crewed attempts after that, as the war was now in full swing, and attempts by civilian satellite companies to resupply them got destroyed before reaching the station. After 3 months of conflict, the war went nuclear, and the last survivor turned the cameras to look down on Earth as dozens of nuclear explosions flashed on the surface. Contrails of hundreds of more ballistic missiles crossed the sky as they flew into orbit, only to return as fiery harbingers of death as they re-entered the atmosphere and split into multiple bombs and decoys. You could hear his final words in the background as he cursed humanity for destroying their home, and deliriously called out the names of his wife and children before he finally succumbed to carbon dioxide poisoning. I'm sorry, I am having a hard time coming to terms with all of this, and I should not burden you with such sadness. I will speak about boot camp training instead. That first night in boot camp, the lights went out, and I found myself alone for the first time in my life. I cried. I was so scared, and I wanted nothing more than to be back home with you and birth mother. I thought I was being quiet, but the human cadet on the left side of my bunk must have heard me. He rolled over and looked at me, and I thought he was going to be angry at me for waking him up. Instead, he got up with his pillow and laid on the floor next to my bunk and reached his hand out. I didn't understand what he was doing, and then he took my hand in his and held it gently. "It's okay, I'm scared too," he whispered to me, making me cry even more. He let me go on for a little longer, and then we started whispering to each other for almost an hour while he asked me about my world and life and told me about his. I fell asleep still holding his hand, and I remember smiling as I drifted off. I now had my first human friend, Anson. The last 6 weeks have been the hardest in my life. Between the psychotic drill instructors, the brutal physical training regimen, and the classes at night, I don't know how I have been able to keep up. My friend Anson never let me give up, and if it wasn't for him, I would have washed out weeks ago. I think you would find this funny. The pelvic cooling appendage that rises above our fur and helps us cool down at night while sleeping seems to be a source of sadistic amusement for the drill instructors. The morning after I fell asleep talking with Anson on the first night, the DIs came charging in at 4:30, banging on our bunk beds with their batons and screaming. As we stumbled out of our beds and lined up for inspection, I quickly put on the human underwear that they called tighty-whities and took my place in the inspection line. As the DIs walked up and down the line and found 1,000 things to yell at us about, one of them saw the appendage sticking out against my underwear and charged at me. The other two quickly followed. They had a look of unbridled glee on their faces as they all bent over and started screaming at the appendage as if addressing it. "At ease, little cadet. Disarm that weapon, cadet. That's an order. Why are you saluting me, cadet? Do I look like an officer to you, scumbag? Are you happy to see me, cadet? Or do you fucking monkeys have a fifth arm I don't know about?" This went on for almost a minute while my translator struggled to keep up with what they were saying. I just stood there as straight as I can, not understanding even half of what they were saying, until several of the human cadets couldn't take it anymore and started laughing. In an instant, the DIs forgot all about me and turned their fury on the laughing cadets, spraying spit on their faces as they screamed and made them drop for push-ups. One of the DIs pulled me aside later in the day and explained that they knew about the function of the cooling appendage and used it to get the human cadets to break. He gruffly apologized for any offense, but I was so surprised he wasn't threatening to rip my arms off and beat me to death with them that I just stuttered, "Yes, drill sergeant," and ran away from him without being dismissed. For the next 2 weeks, they came up with even more ridiculous comments and over-the-top mannerisms directed at it to cause the cadets to break so that they could PT them. They even got me a few times as I got a better grasp on human cultural lingo, and let's just say I am good at push-ups now. There are some things that I do well on the obstacle courses, such as the climbing and agility portions. But I am in awe of the stamina and sheer willpower humans have for running long distances and enduring hardship. Many times when I thought I couldn't do any more, Anson and the other cadets would be at my side, refusing to let me quit. During one after-dinner 5-mile run, I was in last place again and quit at the 3rd mile and sat down. I just couldn't go any further. Anson had already finished in 3rd place, and when he realized what happened, he came back for me, as did several other human cadets. One of the drill instructors followed them, promising all kinds of punishment and retribution, but they didn't care. They found me on the side of the road and picked me up and started helping me walk, encouraging me to not give up. I begged them to drop me so that they wouldn't get in trouble, but all they kept saying over and over was, "We don't leave anyone behind." After a little while, I became ashamed of my weakness, and then I got angry. I demanded that they let me go, and I jogged the last mile with them to cross the finish line. As punishment, we got split into teams of 2 and given trench detail. Each team had to dig a trench 8 feet long by 6 feet wide, by 5 feet deep, with firing steps and slope to regulation for drainage and grenade sumps. It rained sporadically throughout the night. The soil was rocky, and it wasn't until 1 a.m. that our trenches finally met the approval of the drill instructor. He then ordered us to piss in them before filling the trenches back in and to hit the showers and go to bed. Before we lined up, he told the human cadets that he was proud of them for not leaving their brother behind, and then he dismissed us. It was so weird hearing him talk to us like that. On our way back, I tried to apologize to Anson and the others for getting them punished, but he stopped me and simply said, "We are a team, and you are our friend. We will never leave you behind." It was then and there that I realized just how lucky we were to have humans as our friends and allies. The one bright spot in our training is the combat simulators. They are fully immersive holographic technology, and I have been learning small unit tactics and how humans conduct ground warfare. Sire Father, it is absolutely terrifying to see how quickly humans can revert to their old ways. It is almost as if they are barely controlling their inherent aggression and are ever ready to drop the veneer of civilization in an instant. Even Anson, my best friend and the nicest human I have ever met, turned into a ferocious wild animal during the exercises, and I could see the desire to destroy the Op-4 in his eyes as he and our other team members charged the enemy defenses. It is really creepy when the simulations end and they turn back into friendly humans as if nothing happened, and they didn't just try to murder each other. I heard the same story from the other Eliani cadets, and we made a promise to ourselves to not bring shame upon our species and to overcome our inherent pacifist ways. It was hard for us to break our instincts, but after 2 weeks I can proudly say that we could mostly emulate the human cadets, and our enthusiasm and willingness to protect our team members compensates for our lack of aggression. Our arboreal lifestyle was a tremendous help as we are quite nimble and able to jump and dodge out of the way of most of the shock bolts fired by the enemy teams and help achieve victory. Those things hurt so badly, and I'm sure the tendency of the shock bolts to cause involuntary urination is an intentional, embarrassing side effect to drill into us the importance of proper concealment and fire suppression while advancing. Next week, I will also start training on a holographic bridge to get experience in simulated combat on a Republic warship. I have another 3 weeks before our final exams and physical assessment tests, and if I pass, I will then go to the advanced training facility in orbit, which the cadets call the Forge. It is here where they try to break cadets, and there is an almost palpable fear among all who speak about it. At the end of the 8-week course, we will come back down to the surface and must do a 241-kilometer forced march in 5 solar days, with only what we can carry on our backs and a 2-day supply of food and water. We have to use all our survival training to find food and water and show our capabilities along the march at the same time. They will assess our combat abilities, knowledge of casualty care and evacuation, ability to complete tactical objectives, setting up and defeating ambushes, and navigational skills. It ends with us having to take over a fort that is defended by an enemy force that outnumbers us by a 2-to-1 margin during a nighttime assault. Those who fail have the option to go back for an additional 4 weeks of supplemental training to help them succeed in their next attempt, or they can drop out and finish their 3-year term in one of the other military branches with no dishonor. Those who pass will go on to additional training at New West Point on Earth for another 3 years before receiving a commissioned rank of 2nd lieutenant. The other Eliani cadets and I will have to decide what to do by then, and we will have 2 weeks leave to make the decision to continue or not. I must confess something to you. I used to resent you sometimes for how much you were away from home while you were on Earth all these years. I thought you loved them more than your own family, and I hated to see birth mother crying alone almost every night when she thought I couldn't see or hear her. I just want you to know that I understand now, and I'm sorry for feeling that way about you. I love my humans too, and I cannot stand the thought of losing my friendship with Anson and all the others, or never seeing them again. I think I want to continue the training and stay with them. We can talk more about it when I come home. I'll write to you again when I can, and please let birth mother know I love her and that my letter to her will come as well. All my love, Alexa. The command drone was releasing pheromones and issuing orders with her arms to the worker drones when she became aware of a presence creeping around the edges of her mind. She suddenly felt a heightened sense of fear as she continued issuing orders, trying not to instinctively fight against the intrusion as it pushed further into her mind. For doing so would be punished by the invading queen with her death. As the infiltration penetrated deeper into her consciousness, she resigned herself to her fate and with great sadness started to feel herself fade away as the powerful mind pushed her aside and subsumed her uniqueness. The Hive Mother finished her takeover of the command drone and surveyed the chamber with eyes that were not her own as she felt the lingering sadness of the command drone and brutally suppressed it. This one might need to be culled, she thought to herself, before she went about absorbing all the information being displayed on the consoles as the worker drones kept track of her newest weapons hurtling into the system towards their assigned targets. It took many lunar months for all the proper preparations to fall into place for the renewed assault on the animal core worlds. Her daughter queens worked tirelessly to fulfill her requests. The three of them exceeded all her expectations, with one creating the self-sustaining movers, the other ingeniously creating a chemical compound coating that absorbed the detection frequencies of the animal sensor network, and the third plotting out the courses, speeds, and gravitational effects on the thousands of asteroids to ensure that they hit all the targets at the same time. A fleeting thought of the high cost of the efforts that burned up the brains of almost 1 billion worker drones came to her, and she paused for an infinitesimal amount of time mourning them. She angrily suppressed her momentary weakness and focused on the consoles. They were just worker drones, and she will replace them. She specifically selected this system for the assault because of the massive amount of infrastructure present in the system and the population density of the inhabitants. These disgusting animals were prolific breeders, and the 600 billion inhabitants produced a significant percentage of the military and economic output of the animal empire. She also relished the fact that they seemed to be much larger kin of the vole pests that were a constant scourge in her hives. Despite her best extermination attempts, they continued to thrive, spreading disease and devouring the hive food supplies. She had a moment of levity within herself as she imagined tiny asteroids obliterating their hidden nests in the hives. The light from the impacts of the thousands of asteroids 5.5 hours ago was expected to reach her position soon, and she sent her thoughts out to the daughter queens that made this possible. Daughters, join with me and watch the results of your efforts. She felt their thoughts respond and acknowledge her invitation. After a few moments, 3 other worker drones in the chamber suddenly stiffened, stopping midway through whatever functions they were performing. All 3 turned towards her and bowed to her before moving to the command dais to take their places beside her. Daughters, you have exceeded my expectations and risen to the task of defending our hives. These animals will now learn the consequences of resisting our empire and killing your sister queen. The daughter drones all looked at her, their eyes filled with powerful intelligence as they bowed to her once more. She felt their thoughts in her mind as they all reveled in the coming destruction and the vengeance they were about to exact for the death of their sister queen. One daughter queen seemed more hesitant and reserved, and she momentarily blocked out the other 2 as she sent her thoughts to the aberrant daughter queen. Daughter, why are your thoughts disordered? Do you not know the pride I feel for you and your efforts? Tell me why you are not like your sisters in thought and feeling. The daughter queen was silent and looked away from her. She felt an anger that she had never felt towards a daughter queen before, and she barely managed to rein in the impulse to tear the daughter drone body in half. Answer me. She felt her daughter's mind reel under the irresistible onslaught of her command, and waited impatiently for her to recover. The 2 other daughter drones felt the powerful thought even through the block she put on their minds, and they looked at her and their sister drone silently, fearfully backing away a few paces. All the other worker drones in the chamber lost consciousness from the psychic assault of their minds and had fallen to the floor in front of their stations, dead before they hit the ground. Her errant daughter queen finally regained her composure and looked towards her. Hive Mother, I was mourning the loss of my worker drones, and I am afraid the animals will use the same weapons against us as they have before. Forgive me for my weakness. I am not worthy of your pride. She was slightly mollified by the answer. Though she thought she detected a wrongness in the answer she could not remember ever experiencing before. Slightly disgusted by the weakness her daughter queen seemed to have, she decided to teach her a lesson on how to be a strong queen. You are a queen. Worker drones are biological tools to serve the hives and are nothing more than an extension of your will. You will purge this weakness, or I will issue new queen larvae and bring an end to your genetic line by culling you. The daughter drone bowed towards her and remained bent in that position. I will purge this weakness and prove to you that I am worthy of you, Hive Mother. Satisfied by the answer, she reached out with a tarsal claw and touched the daughter drone's head, indicating that she was to resume her place at her side. The daughter drone lifted her head and moved to her place by the dais, and the other two daughter drones did the same, seeing that the conflict was resolved. An alarm went off and she looked at the consoles and saw that the light from the assault was almost upon them. She got up and pressed several commands on the sensor consoles, oblivious to the worker drone bodies lying on the floor beneath her. A moment later, multiple screens came alive on the forward wall of the bulkhead in front of her, and she marveled at the sheer destruction she was witnessing. 4 gargantuan animal shipyards and over 80 orbital facilities disintegrated in massive explosions when the asteroid smashed into them. Hundreds of domed animal cities on the outer planets and moons disappeared in blinding flashes of light as they were hit, while others were torn apart by the catastrophic impacts shattering the planetary crust. She left the mind of the command drone she was in and reached out to the other command drone that was on another scout ship on the opposite side of the system. She wanted to see the animal birth world being hit, and it was on the other side of the sun from where she was now. As she took over the new command drone, she called out to her daughters to join her again on the ship she was on and focused the screens on the birth world of the animals. She was just in time, and she reveled in the carnage as the first of many asteroids impacted. The biggest asteroid, which was almost 300 miles in diameter, struck the inner edge of the single supercontinent, and she could see the planet itself reel from the impact and deform. Great geysers of magma and crust shot up, while the shock wave from the impact hit the coastline and generated massive 2,000-foot tsunamis that would travel across the ocean and drown the other side of the continent in an apocalyptic wall of water. Another 17 slightly smaller asteroids hit the planet in rapid succession, and it turned into an amorphous blob of fire and magma as it reverted to being a lifeless protoplanet. It is done. The ships will self-destruct. You will stay here and do it, and then join me and your sisters when done. We will be back in the Queen world, preparing the hives for the coming animal retaliation. Your will is mine, Hive Mother. I will do as you command. I am grateful that you are giving me this task despite my weakness. She almost left the command drone without responding, but the way her daughter Queen responded triggered a deep instinct inside of her that she did not like, for it made her weak and unworthy of being Hive Mother. As she tried to fight against it, she felt long dead, atavistic emotions roiling under the surface, and decided to let them out. She did like feeling them sometimes, despite their lack of usefulness in controlling the hives. Daughter, you came to me an egg. I felt your greatness within and kissed you with my tongue, turning you from a worker egg into a queen larva. I knew your thoughts while you went from larvae to pupa. I was there when you struggled to break out of your cocoon, wanting to help you but not being able to do so because our hives depend on only the fittest to lead them. You are mine. You are me. I am grateful that you are one of my daughters. The emotions she allowed herself to feel were on the verge of overwhelming her, and the Hive Mother left the command drone before she showed any more weakness to her daughter. The Queen was left alone with her thoughts after the Hive Mother left. She sadly looked at the drones in the command chamber as she keyed in the self-destruct sequence into the engine console. The command drone tried to recover from her possession by the Hive Mother and released pheromones asking for orders while she was barely able to stand upright, leaning on a sensor console. The Queen was just about to press the fusion core overload button when she looked at the command drone again. She looked into her eyes and she saw something. It wasn't sadness, it was resignation. The command drone knew what she was doing, and she still stood there waiting for orders. The Queen continued looking into the command drone's eyes as she entered a different series of commands, and stopped the overload. Sister, The Queen waited to see if the command drone would respond. "Sister, I am here, take me." "No." "Sister, will you join me? I want to save the hives and stop the deaths of your sisters. Will you help me?" "Sister?" The command drone didn't answer. It turned toward the Queen and bowed. "Sister?" "Yes, you are my queen. I will go where you take me. Will you use me and discard me?" "Never. You are my sister. Will you help me to be a good queen?" "No, I will help you to be a good hive mother. Set a course for the tree animal system and stop the ship outside the patrol range. We will figure out a way to speak with them there and save our sisters." "Yes, hive mother. I am not hive mother. You are my hive mother now." Republic Orbital Complex, 2174 AD, 90 billion miles from Barnard's star. Commodore Therax sat stone still as he reread the report that was handed to him by the Republic intelligence officer, still trying to understand the words he was reading while his mind rejected them. The insectoids had launched a devastating assault on the core system of Vern, and he focused once again on the estimated death toll. Over 500 billion dead, the Vern homeworld was now a rapidly spinning ball of magma, and every orbital and space structure in the solar system was destroyed. In one fell swoop, the insectoids wiped out almost a third of the industrial capacity of the Commonwealth and over 20% of its population. The Verni were now a refugee species, adding a further burden to the already deteriorating state of the Commonwealth government as it tried to tamp down on internal dissent and threats of rebellion from the more fractious members. The intelligence officer waited a little longer, and then he sat down across from Therax and waited for him to come to terms with the report. After a few moments, Therax looked at him. "Colonel, I thank you for allowing me access to your intelligence reports and for taking on the burden of informing me. This is a devastating blow to the Commonwealth. The Vern were one of the founding members and the very embodiment of the spirit of the organization. They were also the first to vote yes to grant your species entry, and now the very heart of the Commonwealth is gone. I do not see how they can recover from this." Colonel Mugabe sighed softly and pushed another data pad across the table. "Commodore, this is another report detailing the efforts of your government to maintain control of their remaining members. The news organizations have been muzzled and the Commonwealth is currently under an undeclared state of martial law. And please call me Bob. I've asked you repeatedly to do so when we are alone." Therax picked up the report and quickly scanned it, the colors of his cheek scales changing to a bright red as he fought down the growing anger that was rising as he read the intelligence report on the increasingly despotic measures of the government. Protests and peaceful assemblies were outlawed, curfews were being instituted, and taxes were being levied for emergency defense funds without parliamentary approval. Billions of citizens were waking up to find their bank accounts drained and defense bonds promising repayment with interest inserted in their place. Businesses involved in manufacturing, mining, and other critical industries were abruptly nationalized and their assets were seized. Anyone who spoke out was visited by the Security Bureau and interrogated, or they were arrested and never seen again. At the bottom of the report were detailed files on a rebellion by the Fulatan, who succeeded in capturing or destroying the Commonwealth garrisons on their world, and successfully convinced the Planetary Defense Flotilla to disobey orders to bombard them into submission. The flotilla crews negotiated with the new Fulatan government for transport to Zengxin, or Eliani space, where they could apply for moral non-combatant status and escape the death penalty for mutiny if the Commonwealth regained control of the planet. The newly created Fulatan Defense Forces then took over the abandoned ships and rechristened them the Fulatan Liberation Navy. Therax noted with pride and sadness the actions of his people when a Commonwealth task force arrived at Filat Prime with orders to wipe out the rebellion and seize control of the planet. Of the 130 ships in the task force, 42 were captained by Nekuli officers, and every single one of them refused orders to attack the Fulatan ships and bombard the planet. They and any other Nekuli officers who refused orders were arrested by the bridge crews for mutiny and executed on the spot by being spaced out of the airlock. When word of what happened reached Nekuli crew members on the ships, they went into a rage and mutinied, managing to seize a few vessels and turning their weapons on the other ships. destroying and damaging a few of them. Some mutineers that failed to take over the bridges and seize control turned their efforts to the engineering and weapons sections, setting core overloads or self-destructing the warheads of the plasma torpedoes, destroying or crippling almost 20 more ships. The Fulatan Liberation Navy took advantage of the chaos within the task force and launched an attack, and their barely trained crews of naval reservists managed to destroy and render combat ineffective another 30 vessels before they were wiped out to the last ship. The surviving Commonwealth task force ships turned their weapons on Filat Prime and destroyed the capital and every military installation and base on the planet. They then hit every large concentration of troops they could locate on the surface before issuing demands for surrender. The Fulatan government remained defiant, rejecting the surrender demands and launching what few orbital defense missiles they had, destroying another 2 ships. The task force then began large-scale planetary bombardment, destroying a major city every 6 hours until the next solar day, when what remained of the Fulatan government sent pleas of surrender and agreed to submit to arrest and prosecution for charges of treason. In the end, almost 200 million Fulatan were dead, and over half of their major cities were completely obliterated. News of the Fulatan rebellion was suppressed, and the task force crews were interned in camps at an isolated military outpost on the border to prevent knowledge of the events from getting out. Therax, his hands shaking, put the report down and bowed his head. He quietly prayed to the ancestors to usher the righteous souls across the river and into the afterlife. After a few moments, he raised his head and looked at the colonel. "Bob, I am grateful to you and the Republic for your honorable conduct towards the survivors you rescued under my ill-fated command. I wish there was some way to let my people know the truth about the Commonwealth government. They would rebel immediately and overthrow them. We are the largest faction within the Navy and the ground forces due to our warrior culture, and knowing that most of them continue to ignorantly serve this evil government because they do not know the truth pains my soul." Colonel Mugabe smiled. "I might be able to help you with that. There is someone here who wishes to speak to you if you are willing." Therax tilted his head to the left, indicating that he was willing. The colonel pressed a button on the table, and a few seconds later, 2 dangerous-looking Marine pathfinders stepped into the room, scanning it and the 2 occupants for threats. Detecting none, they stepped to the sides of the door and assumed guard positions, turning into deadly statues. Admiral Thompson walked into the room and returned the salute from Colonel Mugabe. "Bob, I would like you to stay and offer your input and thoughts on what I am about to propose. You have been instrumental in establishing a good working relationship with Commodore Therax, and I trust your gut just as much as mine." Colonel Mugabe smiled. "Of course, Admiral, thank you, sir." He pulled out both chairs and waited for the Admiral to sit in one before he sat down. Therax had remained seated, warily eyeing the new human who had just sat down across from him. He dipped his head slowly in a sign of respect and waited. Admiral Thompson returned the gesture of respect, suppressing the instinct to offer a handshake to the Commodore, as the Nakuli only touched hands for mating and he did not want Therax to get the wrong idea again. An embarrassing moment for Colonel Mugabe when he first interviewed the Commodore 3 months ago. The Admiral pulled out a data pad and slid it across the table to Therax. "Commodore, please take a moment and look over the contents of the data pad." Therax took the pad and read the contents. He quickly looked at the Admiral, confusion in his eyes, before reading the contents one more time, slowly. When he was sure of what he was seeing, he put the pad down and resumed looking at the Admiral. "This is a list of all Commonwealth Navy ships currently under your control that the Zengtian seized during their rebellion, and the surviving ships of my task force. I see that you have repaired them and they are listed as fully combat capable. This is a powerful force of Commonwealth ships at your disposal. May I ask what your intentions are with them?" Admiral Thompson looked at Colonel Mugabe, who nodded almost imperceptibly. He looked back at Therax. His eyes locked onto Therax's, and they seemed to bore into the very depths of his soul for a few uncomfortable seconds as he tried not to look away from those intense orbs. He saw the moment of decision around the eyes of the Admiral as the folds of skin around them relaxed slightly and took on a calculating expression. The Admiral leaned forward, placing his elbows on the table. "I want to give them back to you, Commodore Therax. How do you feel about leading those ships back to your homeworld and telling them the truth? For the first time in 3 months, Commodore Therax really smiled, baring all of his teeth in true happiness. The 10 stealth pods were on their final approach after drifting for 2 days from the small moon orbiting their target planet. They were ejected from a null ship that flashed out of null space below the moon's southern pole, taking advantage of the strong magnetic fields in that region to mask the exit flash and avoid detection by the insectoid ships in orbit around the planet. The planet and the moon were currently transiting through a large meteor stream that intersected their orbit around the sun 3 times a year. The command pod AI ran billions of calculations per second as it started creating an atmospheric entry plan for the 10 pods that would coincide with the trajectories of the numerous particles of dust and debris that would be entering the atmosphere for the next 3 days. Selecting an area with a projected high concentration of small-diameter meteors in the next hour, the AI created a maneuvering program for the pods that activated a series of compressed gas positional thrusters to guide the pods over to the entry point. The AI confirmed the calculations and initiated the final entry program as the 10 pods fired their rear gas thrusters one last time and accelerated towards the planet. They were joined by over 1,000 pieces of cosmic debris as they entered the atmosphere and streaked across the sky, flaring brightly as they dropped towards the surface with the other meteors. Kepler 186f System, Second Planet Insectoid Builder World 2174 AD, 11 days later. The Special Forces team had been on the planet for 10 days without seeing any signs or indications of the presence of a queen on the planet. Lieutenant Diego could not believe the sheer number of drones he saw in the last 9 days since they marched 40 kilometers from their landing site towards an endlessly sprawling ground-based shipyard facility. Tens of millions of drones scurried about day and night as raw material was offloaded by massive aerial cargo ships that landed, were emptied, and flew off to reload in an endless procession. Diego found himself enthralled by their construction processes and the astonishing speed at which they built ships. In just the last 5 days, he saw 10 insectoid cruisers go from a skeletal framework to fully completed, and watched as they lifted off the surface and went into orbit. He was particularly impressed with how the tough ship hulls were created. A large percentage of the cargo being dropped off seemed to be organic in nature and was dumped into large tanks scattered throughout the shipyard. A conveyor system comprising hundreds of thousands of worker drones connected all the tanks and would snake their way among the shipbuilding areas, carrying loads of the organic material on their backs and dumping it at the end of the lines. Other drones with smaller containers would fill them with material and bring them to waiting drones by the ships, dumping the contents on the ground in front of them, and then go back for more material. The drones in front of their piles would then start eating the organic material, swallowing it. After they ate the pile in front of them, they would scurry over to the ships and start regurgitating what they ate into their tarsal claws in small amounts and shaping them into round balls. They would then stack the balls in a row like bricklayers until they ran out of regurgitated material. They would then go back to eat more material, while teams of drones would take their place and wave a handheld apparatus that seemed to heat the balls, and they would melt, deforming from the treatment and filling in the gaps, turning into perfect hexagons. Once a section was completed, a different team of drones would arrive with a large device and set it up. They would then turn the device on, and a god-awful screeching sound would emanate from the front of the device and be directed towards the still soft sections of the hull. Within 30 seconds, that section of hull would start groaning, and the opaque soft hexagons would turn jet black and harden into a tough metal-like material. An insectoid cruiser that was 360 meters long, 60 meters wide, and 120 meters tall would have its entire hull constructed and enclosed in 42 hours. An alert popped up on his HUD that it was time to insert another energy pack into the shrouding system that camouflaged his team and prevented detection. He keyed his throat mic and issued the command for everyone to replace their energy packs, and he turned to face the 2 civilian scientists to make sure that they received and understood the order. He was vehemently opposed to bringing them, but the Admiral was adamant that they were to accompany the team, and Diego relented after some resistance. There was no way in hell he was willing to piss off the big man over a couple of civvies. There were better hills to die on. As he watched them fumble about for their replacement packs, he smiled and had to admit that they were growing on him. During the 2 weeks it took them to get to the far side of insectoid space, their wide-eyed enthusiasm and willingness to talk about their respective fields of study seemed to infect his team, and they became almost like little siblings to them. He chuckled to himself as he remembered how confused Dr. Aridi seemed to be by the fact that his team was able to process and retain the information she was telling them with ease. He was there when Dr. Masiello informed her that the 8-member team held over 20 PhDs among them, and the look on her face was just the cutest thing he ever saw. The sun was halfway down past the horizon, which meant they had just another hour of daylight before darkness would arrive. He signaled that it was time to pack up and move, and in a few minutes, they were headed back towards their base camp. He was grateful for the 0.7 G gravity on the surface, as it made their daily hikes with equipment and the frequent relocations of their camp to avoid detection easier. It also gave his joints a welcome reprieve from their usual aches, a mercy he greatly appreciated. They arrived at base camp a half hour later, and everyone went about their assigned tasks and end-of-day routines before they all sat down around a red light lantern in the middle of the camp to have dinner. The combination of the eerie red light and the pitch blackness of their surroundings was something none of them could get used to, and it created an ominous atmosphere as they reluctantly opened their ration packs. The shrouding device could hide them effectively, but they enacted as many safeguards as they could against detection, such as only using red lights at night and eating foods that had been stripped of any scent and devoid of flavoring spices. The result of their security measures was that they felt like they were eating cardboard in hell. Diego had been sick before and felt like he couldn't really taste his food when his nose was stuffed, but he always knew he was eating his mom's chicken soup. As vague as the scent and taste of the soup might be, it was still there, and he could detect its essence. The food they were eating was on a totally different level, and he never realized just how important a component smell was to tasting food until he ate rations completely devoid of any scent or seasoning except for salt and potassium chloride. As they choked down their dinner, he noticed Emily and Owen shooting furtive glances at each other, and they seemed agitated. He waited until they all finished eating and indicated that he wanted to talk to them alone. They walked 10 meters away from the red light lamp and stopped right on the edge of the total blackness surrounding their camp. Emily and Owen seemed really distressed, and he knew something was seriously wrong. He didn't have the time or the patience for their bullshit, and his internal alarms were going off wildly. "What is going on with you two? Tell me now." He saw them cringe at his harsh manner, but he couldn't afford to feel bad for them. Not on an enemy planet with almost 30 billion wasps that were 5 feet tall and armed with skull-cracking mandibles and 12-inch serrated stingers coming out of their asses. They didn't answer, and he stepped forward into their personal space and was just about to demand answers when Owen, in an uncharacteristic show of bravery, put himself in front of Emily as if to protect her. "Lieutenant, I would appreciate it if you would direct your questions to me. There's no reason for you to speak to Emily like this. She is rightfully terrified, and I have spent the last 10 days trying not to shit my fucking pants in front of all of you, so do me a favor and get the fuck out of our faces." Diego couldn't believe the balls on this puke, and he almost gave in to his desire to punch the defiant bastard in the face before he realized how ridiculous it was. Here he was, squaring off with an entomologist who was telling him to fuck off, and the absurdity of it all and the pressures of the mission came crashing into him. He took a few steps back, turning around and breathing deeply, trying to calm himself. Owen, now in the throes of an uncontrolled adrenaline crash, waited a few seconds and then stepped next to him and put out a very shaky fist bump, offering an unsaid apology with his eyes. Diego bumped it, and he turned back to face Emily. "I apologize for the way I spoke to you. I am not used to having civilians on my missions. I hope we can reset and put this behind us." Emily nodded, and Owen walked back over and stood next to her. Emily looked at Owen and nodded, and Owen pulled out a data pad, set it on the floor, and pressed a button. A holographic map floated above it, and he pinched the display with his fingers and zoomed into the area where they were currently located. "Lieutenant, we are of the opinion that we are not going to locate a queen on the surface." He expanded the map back out and swiped it sideways to an area over 100 kilometers to the east. He zoomed back in and pressed an icon on the map that added a subterranean scan, and a massive underground structure popped into view, looking like an upside-down pine cone, with the narrow top of the structure expanding in size as it went deeper. Diego leaned forward to look at the numbers on the side of the structure and whistled softly to himself as the estimated dimensions were displayed. The structure was 36 kilometers deep and had a radius of 12 kilometers at its widest. It was a massive underground hive, and there was a flashing question mark in the center of the hive where there was a large chamber located. It seemed to be the nexus of the hive, which was connected to the rest of the structure by 6 bridges or tunnels. Owen pointed towards the question mark icon. This has to be the Queen Chamber, and if there is a queen currently on the planet, that is where she will be. Diego stared at the map, thinking about how to get her out of there. He keyed his throat mic and called for Sergeant Singh to join them at their location. A few moments later he arrived, and Diego quickly brought him up to speed. Singh was the team's engineer sergeant, and he thoughtfully stroked his beard as he looked at the display. Obviously, we cannot infiltrate the hive to root the bitch out. I have enough explosives and demo bots to severely damage some of the cruisers under construction. Maybe that will get the Queen to leave the hive if she is even in there. He finished speaking, and Diego looked at the doctors to gauge their reaction to what he said. Emily spoke first. I would not do that. We don't know what their response to that will be. They might have soldier drones. We haven't seen any here or found any evidence of them from the wreckage in the Eliani system. But that does not mean that they do not have a soldier or guard caste protecting their hives. Owen nodded in agreement and added, we need to find a way to know for sure if there even is a queen here before alerting them to our presence. Who's to say that the queens wouldn't respond to such an attack by retreating to their primary world and staying there, depriving us of a chance to grab a queen ever again? I might have an idea, and the sergeant's expertise and input would be welcomed. Diego nodded, and both he and Singh took a knee as Owen played around with the map, highlighting an area of the shipyard almost 50 kilometers from their position. He asked his AI assistant to access the geological and topographical scans that were taken from orbit before they landed on the planet, and highlighted a 5-square-kilometer section of crust under the outer edge of the shipyard. The crust is extremely thin here, and there is a massive chasm underneath this area from the worker drones pumping out the aquifer for water. I think a series of properly placed subsurface explosives will cause the thin roof of the chasm to weaken enough to collapse a small area, and the weight of this section of the shipyard will add further stress to the undamaged crust and collapse the entire area, causing all the ships and workers to fall into the chasm. It would seem to be a natural occurrence, and we can avoid having to give away our presence on the planet. I bet that will get the Queen up here if she is in the hive. Owen then added markers indicating where he thought the explosives should go and their yields, and then looked at Singh, waiting for his response. Singh quickly played around with the map, ran his own calculations on the placement and explosive yields, and looked at Owen with a growing respect in his eyes as his AI assistant verified the numbers. Not bad, Doc. This is pretty good for a bug guy. Are you a geologist too? Owen smiled widely at the praise from Singh and answered with obvious pride in his voice. Actually, I did 2 6-month tours as an ore prospector in the Fomalhaut asteroid belts before my then-girlfriend threatened to break up with me. I was pretty good at figuring out the proper explosive placement to break up the asteroids while maintaining the integrity of the mineral deposits and cores. It was a fun job, and the money I made paid for my parents' retirement home and my college. Singh nodded approvingly and stood up, walking over to Owen and warmly shaking his hand. It is always nice to make the acquaintance of an ore prospector. It's a dangerous job and requires a lot of technical skill. Diego rolled his eyes and studied the map while the two of them continued talking about blowing crap up and zoned out the love fest. Emily came over and sat down next to him. I agree with Owen. If the Queen is in the hive, she would have to come out and oversee the worker drone response to the collapse. Do you think it is a good plan? Diego grunted in response as he continued to think about the feasibility of the plan and the possible outcomes. He turned to her and nodded. I do think it is a solid plan, and even if there is no Queen here, Then at least we can do some damage to their shipbuilding efforts for a short period of time. There's what, almost 200 cruisers in that area? At least we can strike a blow against them if we fail in our objective to capture a queen. Wiping out 200 cruisers and a few million drones is a nice consolation prize, and we can exfil this planet with pride in that accomplishment. Emily smiled at him and said, "It would be nice to get off the planet and go back home. I know I volunteered to come here for the mission, but I am tired of being scared all the time. It is exhausting." Diego reached out and lightly patted her on the shoulder. "You two are doing a fine damn job so far. I have to admit that the both of you have been far less trouble than I was expecting to have to deal with on this mission." Emily smiled widely. "Thank you for that, Lieutenant. That means a great deal to me." Diego smiled in return and stood up, offering his hand to assist Emily. They walked back over to Singh and Owen, who were geeking out over the demo bot specs that Singh had pulled up on his wrist pad. "If you two lovebirds are about done, let's head back over and quickly outline our preliminary plan to the rest of the team. We will work out the details, solidify a proper plan in the morning, and go from there." They all started walking back towards the red light lamp, and Diego slowed his pace as he walked behind them, listening along as Owen was telling Emily and Singh about a time when he spent 2 days evading an ore pirate ship in a cat-and-mouse chase. His co-pilot was killed in the initial attack, and he managed to cripple their ship with mining charges when he laid a trap and led them into it. Not bad for a puke, he thought to himself, as his previous estimation of the scientist rose considerably. As Owen described how his damaged ship was almost out of air, so in desperation, he boarded the drifting ore pirate ship and single-handedly took the 4 survivors prisoners. A little while later, after everyone had gone into their tents to sleep, Diego was just about to drift off when he heard a faint rustling sound outside his tent, and sat upright, alarmed. The sentry bots and the perimeter sensor system did not activate the silent buzz alarm on his wrist pad, and he tapped it, accessing the video feed from the overhead sentry drone that was floating above their camp. From this bird's-eye view, he saw Emily finish tiptoeing across the camp and stop outside Owen's tent. She looked furtively around the camp, before pressing the entry seam control and quickly slipping into his tent before the seam closed back up behind her. He pressed a series of commands, and a few moments later a backup shroud drone silently assumed position over the tent and activated, making it disappear from the visual feed. He broke the connection to the overhead sentry drone and laid back down, feeling a genuine smile form on his face. He closed his eyes and thought his last thought before sleep overcame him. "Not bad at all, Owen." Republic 7th Fleet, Centaurus Sector, 407 light-years from Earth. RSS Vercingetorix, Independence-class carrier 2174 AD. Vice Admiral Mei Zhou had just finished making the final changes to the fleet's reconnaissance patrol routes with her senior staff when the comm panel on her desk chirped, displaying an incoming comm request from Admiral Thompson. She quickly thumbed the pad being offered by her aide so he could issue the orders they were just working on and turned to the rest of her staff. "Nice job, people. Let's get to work. Dismissed." As the staff filed out the door, she started entering the codes needed to decrypt the incoming comm channel and looked up to make sure the room was empty. She pressed the open channel icon, and Admiral Thompson's hollow image appeared in front of her desk, ending just below his waist and making it seem as if he was actually there, sitting. "May, how's your new ship treating you?" he asked, smiling. "She is an absolute beauty, Carl. I still can't believe that she is mine," she responded, returning his smile. "What can I do for you, Carl?" Thompson chuckled, and his hollow image leaned back as he reclined in his chair. "Straight to business. I always liked that about you, May. All right, here we go. We have received intelligence reports that the Commonwealth has begun evacuating one of their last remaining coreward periphery worlds that is now dangerously close to the expanded insectoid border. We have also received an update from our spy drones in that same region that 6 hive ships and almost 400 cruisers that were patrolling their side of that border area have disappeared. This is too much of a coincidence, and I want you to detach a combat patrol and send them there." Thompson finished speaking, and a flashing icon popped up on her comm panel, indicating that she had just received new orders. She tapped it and quickly scanned the new orders as the Admiral waited. She looked up at his hollow image. "Carl, I acknowledge receipt of the new orders and will implement them. Between me and you, why are we getting involved with this? The Commonwealth has a navy, and they should be fighting to protect their space. We can't keep coming to the rescue and defending their members. We are already spread too thin as it is. Thompson nodded his head in agreement. May, I agree with you in principle, but there are social and political considerations involved here. The near extinction of the Vernis has caused considerable turmoil among the citizens of the Republic. They know logically that we could not have stopped such an attack like that one, but the perceived failure to protect them or prevent the attack still weighs heavily on their souls. The Commonwealth is currently attempting to evacuate the Jeline system, and they are one of the last surviving members that voted yes before our petition to join the Commonwealth was denied. It also doesn't help that the Jelini are avowed pacifists and look like bipedal Newfoundland dogs. They are technically a bear-like species, but to humans, they look like humanoid dogs, and the government is unwilling to lose the popular support it currently enjoys by allowing the Jelini to be exterminated. I mean, look at these guys. Another flashing icon popped up on her screen a moment later, and she pressed it. It turned into a hologram depicting a typical Jelini family of a mother and father with a litter of 6 pups, and she couldn't help but smile as she looked at the photo. They were wearing their traditional rough-spun linen clothes that made them look like dogs cosplaying as monks. They looked adorable, and she felt her heart melt while staring into their deep brown eyes, which looked sad. She understood the reasoning behind it, especially after the mass extinctions that occurred in Earth's biosphere because of World War III. After the war, humanity had an awakening when they surveyed their destroyed world and came to terms with the disappearance of thousands of species and the near extinction of thousands of others. What followed were 3 generations of desperate measures to salvage what remained and a worldwide effort at habitat restoration and de-extinction efforts, utilizing a wide array of methods such as backbreeding, cloning, and genome editing. Dogs were almost driven to extinction by the war as they were uniquely susceptible to the biochem weapons that were developed and refined by the Eastern Coalition, animal testing on poor innocent canine subjects. Between the biochem weapons, owner deaths, abandonment, and starvation, almost 90% of the domesticated canine population and entire breeds were lost by the war's end. Cats fared much better.
Okay. All right, time to drink up. Hey, what's going on, Curtis? How are you doing? Okay, I can't hear anything. Hey, J Dub, can you hear me? Hey, Liv, how are you doing? Yeah, Curtis, I'm doing great. I'm glad to hear you are too. I am having trouble though. Is my voice coming through? Okay, it is going through there.
There
Okay,
we
can you
go.
hear me here?
What's up, buddy?
Okay, sorry. Usually it makes noise when I go into one of these channels, and it's not today. All right. Think I'm all situated.
Wow, I'm really loud on your channel.
Yeah, I may need to turn you down just a little bit.
Just a smidgen. Everybody's gonna go deaf. They're gonna be like, hello? 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 Nah, I just figured I'd play a little LOD. We could get whatchamacallit in here if he
I mean, yeah, if he wants to, I'm definitely game. Let's see. You guys are gonna have to keep your manners though, because I'm going up on TikTok too.
I don't have manners. So maybe we should rethink this. My mama said
See right there? That is the
what?
save I have Lavitz at Dragoon level 5.
Which one? That one right there?
Uh,
Yup. No, you worked really hard on that one. How much time is that? Hold on, go
it was
back.
23
23
hours from the
hours.
beginning of the game to that point.
See, it took you 20 hours. It took you 3 hours to get to that point. 20 hours to grind. Just kidding. Um,
All right.
I don't need to save here actually.
I don't think I'm going to
Yeah,
be able to do it.
We can play 6 tonight. I gotta take my son's friend home, and it's an hour drive. Take him home, and then an hour drive back. So I'm leaving around 7, which is in a couple hours. So I won't be home till like 9:30.
That's fair.
But at least we can
Hey,
get a
Liv,
little
how are
bit
you
more
doing?
6 going on. Sorry guys, ads coming in. I apologize. It's Liv's fault. No, I'm just kidding. We blame Liv for everything. Everything.
I'll be right back. I need to use the restroom real quick while this plays out.
It's unacceptable. Are you starting from the beginning? Why are you starting from the beginning? Damn, we didn't start that yet. Damn it. I don't even know what the edition thing looks like right now. Oh my gosh, this whole time. Spinning King. Yeah, we ain't changing it now. Actually, I'd like to try. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Pretty sure that that's the one I want to kill first. Not so much that one. Ooh. I think I remember this now. It's gonna be interesting.
Not about to be.
I didn't know you were gonna start from the beginning, Lon.
Yeah, from the beginning.
To do that, I'm not starting from the beginning right now. I started from wherever I was at a minute on my yesterday.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go from the get go. Fair. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right. Royce, how you doing, man?
I mean, you are gonna do it right, but we ain't doing that. This isn't the playthrough that we were gonna do. The whatchamacallit. Number one, Papa Smurf ain't here.
Oh, then why am I playing Legend of Dragoon? I could be playing Minecraft.
I figured you had like another one of your things that you could just jump into and just start playing from. I didn't know you had friggin' start all the way from the beginning.
Well, I mean,
I guess you could do it from the beginning and then just mark your time, and then me and
well, the time's
Tom
gonna
will
be
set.
marked regardless. on all your
Yeah,
save files.
Yeah. Rose Storm. Bro, what are you doing? No.
It's for Gio.
Bro, how many have you eaten? How many has been eaten today? You've literally, that's like the 5th one that you grabbed today alone.
No. I swear it's not. I haven't even grabbed the Cheez-It today.
You just threw one to Gio not a minute ago. Bro. These kids, man, I'm telling you. Oh, Fudge Monkey's uncle.
I could have beat the dragon here.
You could have.
I got like 3 potions and angel prayer in my inventory. I'd be set.
You actually don't, I don't think. I don't think you do at all. I think you pick up a potion, and I think well, maybe you might have 2 potions and an angel prayer.
I'll check her in a minute.
Did Rose save your booty? Not yet.
She's about to. Woot woot. Beautiful Rose.
Alright, I didn't like that one anyway. Damn it. $123.
Uh-oh.
Damn. No, that hurt. She's confused. Great.
Hello, kitty. Excuse me. And she followed him just because of this. It took days to get there, and she just sat there watching the whole time.
Yep. Damn, Shannon's about to die.
Two healing potions and a burnout.
Burnout, so you don't even have an angel prayer, which makes sense, because why would you have an angel prayer?
True. Well, not like I could use one anyway.
Right. She's dead. Yay. No, you're confusing. Now it's his turn to be confused. Great. Wake her up. I just want to say Angel Prayer is 10 times better than frickin' Phoenix Down.
10 times better than what?
Phoenix Down.
It depends.
No, because the Phoenix Down only gives you a little bit of health.
Well, it depends on which Final Fantasy and who's throwing it. Because in 12, you have those licenses that Phoenix Down restores more health.
Yeah, have you used it? How much more health do you get when you put that down?
I don't know with the gambits and everything else on, and as fast paced as the fights are, I can't tell.
Damn it! I'm trying to do Gust of Wind dance with Lavitz, but His is it's just so freaking slow. That's the one thing I hated about this was the difference between Lavitz and Albert and how
Well, the
Albert.
pattern is different,
Yeah.
like completely different.
What do you mean the pattern is completely different?
The pattern for the square.
Oh, I was gonna say because they do this. It's the same move. It's just slower.
It's not the same moves.
Oh, it is 100% the same moves, just a
I'm
lot slower.
I'm telling you, it's really not.
We're looking it up. We're looking it up.
They do the same move differently.
It says for the game, The Legend of Dragoon, Lavitz and Albert share the same set of additions, but they are not identical. The timing and animations are distinctly different between the two characters. Lavitz are generally slower, while Alberts are quicker and flashier. They're the same. They're just his is just way faster.
It's if you hang on, give me a second.
The only difference is because the final edition name is Flower Storm
Here.
has different voice clips. It says Lavitz calls it Rose Storm, while Albert calls it Blossom Storm.
See that video I just put into our shared chat?
Yeah.
You'll see the difference in each of them. The whole animation is completely different. Sochka, I see how you are.
Well, Harpoon is identical, just faster.
Harpoon is when Lavitz comes in with it, he jabs and then does a spin.
So does Albert.
When Albert comes in with it, though, come on, hurry it up.
Okay, spinning cane is slightly different, but that's because Albert spins his cane a little bit faster. But again,
And differently, because Lavitz spins his body, Albert spins the cane.
No, Lavitz spins the cane, but he just does it where he spins.
Oh, he does it over his head.
Rod Typhoon is slightly different as well, but again, it's still about the speed. Yeah. To me, it looks like it's all about the speed. Like the way that I'm looking at it and what I'm seeing, like the animations are slightly different, yes, but they're literally the same thing. And the only reason they're slightly different is because of the speed. The way that Lavitz is moving is way slower than the
Well,
way that Albert is moving.
It's like Lavitz uses power, Albert uses speed, but like in Rod Typhoon, Lavitz is holding the spear with two hands in the center and driving it into the person as he does the spin, whereas Albert
Yeah.
is hitting him with the tip.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I just don't like it because Lavitz is just way slower, so I'm more attuned to Albert than I am to Lavitz.
Well, I mean, we get to use Albert for 3 discs and Lavitz for 1.
Yeah, but
So
you would think that the slower animations would be better. The slower movements would be better.
I don't. It throws me off on the slower side also because I'm ready for the next one and I'm
So
used to the faster additions in the later discs, and it makes me mess up my earlier ones. And then when I get used to the slow ones, I unlock the faster ones and it screws me up again.
yep. Like right now, I'm trying to use Gust of Wind Dance with Lavitz, and I just can't get it. Can't get it now. But that's because it's so slow. Except for the one. The one move is super fast. Like he stabs him and then immediately goes into another stab, and it's super fast. But everything else is slow.
See, and I'm talking to you and burning through my time over here. I may have to start a new save whenever we
No,
start.
no, that's your own fault. No, I'm just kidding.
Nuh-uh.
All 100% is your own fault. I didn't do it. You mother. Yo, Frugal is a bastard for that. I think in terms of gross body movement, they both move the same, but with Albert's being faster, extra, and flashy. This is true. This is true.
I think Biscuit needs to stop brown nosing J Dub. That's what I think.
I think I think I think Lone Star just needs to accept the fact that I'm right. That's what I think.
Like I said before,
I'm
I
right
stand by
often
mine. They're the same moves
right
done
now.
differently.
I'm not right often, and most of the time I'm wrong, and I gotta eat my words with Lone Star. But in this case, I think I'm right. I did it. Yeah, Gust of Wind Dance is definitely animation style is different.
Yeah.
So one has extra flair. Yeah, Albert's a little bit more flamboyant, I think. Both have valid arguments. Don't be brown rosing him now. All right, guys, we're gonna start out this stream's gonna start out with death.
Man, I'm turning your stream off now. I don't want to see this.
Why? You don't want to see Levis die? See, this is where when Asher gut.
No, not Levitz.
Asher punched him in the gut, jumped the gun, and got killed. But nobody knew he had the dragon. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He was overly
I
cocky
still
and
want to
didn't
know
realize
how
that he
he
shouldn't
got it.
be.
I still want to know how he really got it because they don't really talk about how he got it. Obviously, he stole it, but how?
It was with it later on. It says that it was with the Dragon Buster, but it went missing.
No, I know, but how?
Lloyd went and took it.
Yeah, but how did he take it? That's the question. Like, where was it, and how did he take it? I feel like
Probably
they
the
don't
same
really
way
go
we
into
took
that.
the Dragon Block staff.
Yeah, but nobody noticed that he took it.
Oh,
not
they
like we walked
noticed.
in
They
there
just
and
didn't
was
realize it till after they took it. There's dialogue about it.
I must have missed it. And I played this game a lot. I blame Lone Star. It's his fault.
Everything is. I'm okay with it.
Such as Lavitz would have more stuff. But he doesn't because and that's kind of like where his weakness is, right? Is like we see that when we're at Lohan, when he loses his shit going after thinking about Albert.
When you're charged with the defense of your king and you take it actually personally, it doesn't matter who you are. I mean, soldier or not, you still have emotions.
You do, but being a head knight like that, your emotions should be better in check.
You would think so, but there's a reason they make all kinds of war movies about soldiers going insane,
This is true.
losing their shit and murdering people and then getting sent to Leavenworth for it.
Oh, I'm not saying that that doesn't happen. I'm just saying, like, in the context of this game, that was their character growth for him was that they had to show a weakness because other than that, he had no weakness. I mean, he was pretty much the best character in the game.
Oh, I agree.
You know,
100%.
so they had to create a weakness for him. His weakness was he was
Was the king.
short-sighted, was his
What?
anger. Yeah,
Well, it wasn't just that. It was his need
his honor
to,
for country and duty.
yes, and responsibility. That's right.
Yep.
It was too deep. He was always comparing himself to his father, etc.
Yeah. Yep. Because in reality, when we fought against Graham, he didn't lose his composure fighting against Graham like he did Albert being taken away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then again, that was revenge, not responsibility.
Touche.
All right, kids, come on out.
Honor is the rust on a dull blade. I like how you said that. Yeah, I really like how you said that. That's a good one right there. I think it's funny that Bisky comes back as soon as we start playing Legend of Dragoon, though.
Right? This is like, oh, y'all are playing that other crap? No thanks. Oh,
Yeah.
Legend? I'm good. Yeah, let's go.
Dragoon? Yeah, I'm there. I'm in there like swimwear.
First Stardust, baby.
Oh, Final Fantasy 12, Final Fantasy 6, Final Fantasy 10? Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Minecraft? Nah. Warzone? I'm good. Final Fantasy or Legend of Dragoon? Bam! I'm here.
Oh, missed it. He hasn't missed a stream yet. Lo and behold, we don't know if he's been watching our freaking VODs, so he could be watching our VODs after the fact. Oh, Lone Star and all that shit you were talking about, Bisky and that one VOD. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
I was just
What?
kidding.
What shit was I talking? I talk a lot of shit. You have to be real specific.
I don't know, Bisky. You know the one, right? You watched the VOD. Oh man,
You haven't seen my worlds. I got some
you hit,
vistas
you
on
hit,
my worlds.
you hit lone right in the feels.
It's Legos that you don't have to pick up and you won't step on. Unless you're J-Dub, then you just cry about it. I don't want to play Minecraft. I hate it. Have you ever played it? Not
Exactly.
really.
Exactly. Hate that stupid game. It's like Whiskey said, it's for the visually impaired.
It depends on what texture packs you add. Uh, that's why you use texture packs. You can make it look pretty realistic. Frugal is a freaking moron.
He is. He's my favorite moron though. He's just funny, and I like how funny he is.
He just he got his feelings hurt, so he threw his own soldier down a freaking ravine.
Yeah. He's like, we don't like this guy. We're gonna throw him down. I'm gonna throw him down here. You know what? I want to try something.
We ought to do to J-Dub what he's did to me. Make him use Maru and Shanna. Yeah, good luck keeping enough magic in the inventory for that lineup.
You said have me use who?
Shanna and Maru.
Did you not see my freaking name for my stream?
No.
It says that that's what my end game characters are gonna be.
Okay, good luck.
I'll teach y'all how to do it. It's fine.
Maru, at least then when she gets all her additions, she can actually do some decent damage.
Oh, I forgot. There's 2Ks. Let's see if we can get them in here. Send him an invite. Let's see if we can get the guy in here.
Who's that?
Dark.
Oh, Dark?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I sent him a collab invite. He's playing right now. He's on the ghost ship.
What's he playing?
LOD.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's playing on the ghost ship right now.
Oh, nice.
He's got Hatchel, and Albert as his team right now. And Visky, my main lineup is going to be Dart, Maru, and Shauna. There we go.
Uh-huh.
The Mr. Dark Messiah is here. Let's go.
Hello, hello.
Hey, what's happening?
We're going to keep Albert in here just because you can, in Severed Chains, you can get rid of Dart as your character, and you can have another character instead.
Yeah, Severed Change. You can even keep Lavitz throughout the game.
Can you really?
Yeah, it looked like it.
That didn't surprise me though. But the problem with Severed Chains is that it doesn't limit your items to 32. So yeah, so it's called Legend of Dragoon Severed Chains. It's a mod for PC.
No, it's a remake. It's a fan made remake.
Okay,
Or
why?
not remake.
I thought it was a mod.
It's no, it's not a mod. It's like what they did with 8 and 10. It's not a remake. It's
What's
what's the word
up,
I'm
Bisky? How you doing?
like an upgrade or just making it look better for current platforms. Let's see. Let me get dark.
Oh, it says Legend of Dragoon Severed Chains is an unofficial native PC port of the
Yes.
original PlayStation RPG, Legend of Dragoon. It is not an emulator, but a complete recreation of the game's engine in Java, built from a decompiled version of the original game's code. It's a mod, but the project aims to present the game in a new way with improved graphics, performance, and modding capabilities, making it playable on a modern hardware.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, it's not even a remaster. It's lit to me. Severed Chains is a completely different game. That's the way that I look at it. Because me watching people play it, it gives you the ability to do things that you shouldn't be able to do. One of them being the fact that you can have more items in your pack. I don't like that. That's what makes it. That's what makes this game as difficult as it is. Because you can't carry 57 freaking healing potions, or should I say, whatever the hell that word
Yeah,
is.
and that's what I appreciate
Yeah,
about this
healing
game
potions. I was right.
is that it makes you actually look at the strategy rather than just all out RPG where you can carry 3,000 tons of stuff on your person.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, she's getting 50 SP per shot. I like it.
Why is this not working for me?
It's working. I can hear you.
He can't hear me because I turned my whatchamacallit off. He needs to come into the Discord is what he needs to do.
Can all of you guys hear me in my chat?
Oh, I got your chat muted. I'm just in Discord.
I don't understand what's going on here.
I don't know how I'm hearing him now.
Because he's talking through the thing.
Yeah, but I've got your chat and his chat both muted almost like 1%.
Oh, I don't know though.
The only thing I've got going is Discord. I keep its volume
No,
up.
no. Through the
Okay,
collab.
hold on.
Ah, okay.
I mute myself on the collab. I told him to join the Dragoon Discord server.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute myself on collab as well.
There you go.
Hello?
Yes.
Yo,
Hello.
Vivi, quiet please. Yeah, I tried doing the share chat and I don't understand what's happening.
you're in the shared
So
chat.
you're in the shared chat. You gotta mute yourself in the thing. Oh, you took yourself out.
How do I re-enter it?
I should be able to It should let me re-invite you.
And leave Shanna alone.
I don't know. It's not showing that you're not in it.
Hold on a minute. Let me check it.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
Liv.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
you just-
now it's working. I see it.
Yeah, just mute your mic on the collab.
So I go to my Twitch stream and click the mute button.
No, you go to the collab thing. Oh, you're not even in the collab thing.
Yeah, but it's telling me I am.
Hold on.
Ah.
Yeah, because
You should be in here.
oh wait, hold on.
With all the moves you taught me.
I didn't teach you
I'm doing
anything.
good. I'm staying up.
I barely,
I can't get him on his back at all.
I barely
All
even
right.
told him anything.
I
There
should
we
be
go.
back in.
Now you're in. Now you're
Okay.
good.
Okay. All right. So I go back to my Twitch now, correct?
Yeah, you can go back to your Twitch and just look at it, and it's fine. Just leave that on. You got it muted, and now everybody that's in my stream, Lone Star stream, and your stream will all be chatting under one thing.
Am I still in there?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I exited out and it said something canceled. So.
As far as I know, yeah, you're in here.
Okay. Good. Sweet. Beautiful. No. I would be further than what I am right now, but I made a boo boo and I forgot to save at Linus, and I went all the way back to before I fought the Virage.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's kind of a big boo boo. So now I'm trying to open this damn chest in this ghost ship. So.
Well, Liv, I'm all the way at the
says, oh,
beginning.
they're like, oh, there's four numbers. Oh, but you only can use 3. What the fuck? So I'm just brute force my way in because I have to figure out which one it is here. 050. Okay, that don't work. Let's go with 080. Not it. Okay.
And you know that you only get a certain number of tries.
Yeah, and then I fight the skeletons. I've already fought them twice.
You're trying to
Which
get along.
which item are you on?
Huh?
How many times have you opened the chest?
I haven't opened it all yet.
Okay. Because you get like 10 tries on the first item, 8 tries on the second, 6 tries on the third. And when you get to the final item, you only get 2 tries and you got to go get the code again.
Oh, okay.
But
Oh, I got some
that
gold.
does give you an
Alright,
Ultimate
nice.
War God calling.
Which one? The 2-try one?
Yep.
Wow.
You just left her hanging?
Babe, no, I joined the collab with them, so I had to leave the. Here, let me invite you to this. Or join Lone Stars Legend of Dragoon stream or Discord. Yeah, join his Discord, babe. I had to join theirs because they're already in one, so I just figured I'd join them.
You tried 508 twice.
Yeah, I know.
80.
Kind of. Let's try 0, 5, or let's try 0, 008. Let's try that. Or 5. Let's start with 5. Okay. Not that. 008.
I just want to let you know, in order to get that Ultimate War God, you got to get it right like 5 times.
Yeah, and the last one, you only got 2 chances. So there's a lot more luck than skill involved in that one.
Yeah, I actually cheated the last time I did that.
Me too.
What did you do? Did you look it up?
No, you did this. You hit the
can't look it up.
select
You hit
and
the
you
middle,
rewind
hit
it.
the middle button. Yeah, you rewind
Everybody
it.
has their own code, right?
It's different.
Random.
Yeah, it's
every
random.
single
Each
time.
playthrough, everything is all random.
Oh, okay.
So you can't just look up the codes.
Yeah.
And I actually
They
like
knew,
that
they
about
knew
this
what they were
game.
doing.
Yeah.
They had foresight about the internet.
Yeah, because that was before the internet.
No, we already had the internet, but it wasn't the.
It wasn't as developed.
People weren't Googling that.
We were still writing notes and cheat codes on paper and shoving them into strategy guides.
Yep.
I was gonna say there was stuff. That was when
Yes.
you could buy the guidebooks.
Yep.
Of
Of course, I'm old, so I still write my codes on strategy guide and on paper and shove them into the strategy guide.
Oh yeah.
What codes?
Except for the Nintendo code. I got that one memorized. Up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, select, start, baby. 2-player.
Oh, but we don't get codes nowadays. So what codes?
No, that is true. That is true. Well, now it's a party. What's going on?
Good.
How's everybody doing? He left you high and dry. That's what I'm just saying.
He left us both high and dry.
Oh, I didn't
Wow.
post it.
Why am I the only one that didn't get high?
It was in there too.
He fucking knew. Don't let him lie to y'all.
Like, Tony left without saying a goddamn word.
Because I was in the middle of talking to Lone Star and Jada about the collaboration thing, and I just joined because they told me to, so I just did.
Damn, threw us under the bus, J-Dub.
Wait a minute. In my defense, I did drop it in the chat for them, right? So
Yeah,
like, it
that's
wasn't
true.
like it was.
Driving.
It wasn't a
I
secret.
know.
Yeah, it
In your
wasn't a
defense,
secret,
you already
baby.
knew we were both doing other shit.
Yeah.
Nobody was looking at the chat. They were just like, "Hey, hello," and he's just gone.
We're able to talk to you. Like, why would we pay attention to the chat? I mean, we might be terrible moderators, but we're just like, listening and talking.
No big deal. You guys, you were supposed to be watching for all sorts of stuff, but you weren't, so it was fine.
I mean, come on.
What do you want?
How often does it really get that rough?
You'd be surprised.
It's not that often though.
Maybe not.
Every once in a while, you got a wild one, but lately, not so much.
I see how it is. They just want me and Dojo here left out of the loop. That's what it is.
I mean,
That's just a bonus, actually.
What?
I
said that was just a bonus.
Y'all crack me up. It is more at night, not so much during the day. What do you mean?
That's true. Night is when all the trolls come out.
It's night. You're probably saying nighttime is when it's more of a fun.
Oh yeah, that's because everybody's at home with nothing better to do but to mess with y'all.
Okay, who's got all the wind in the background?
I've been lucky enough to say that I don't have really any trolls other than those that love me. They just troll me. Papa Smurf, Lone Star, Cheesy Cheese, Sochka, all them guys,
It would be Princess. Sorry, Princess, got to turn you down. You have like wind or breathing or something going on in the background.
You're fine. It's wind.
Hold on, let me breathe really hard for you.
What's up, baby? Yeah, you watch new cartoons?
I mean, I'm playing a game, but don't call me baby.
Mine's much cuter than you.
I don't know. I'm cute as a button.
I was gonna say, I don't know. Have you seen him?
Yeah, maybe an 80-year-old rough button.
Oh my.
I'm not
That
yet.
was just not nice.
That hurt my last feeling.
Well,
Now
good
you
thing
gotta
you don't
rub
have
the
any
right
more.
I'm not even 50 yet.
Damn. He's aging you too?
Damn, Liv.
I'm just saying, you know. I'm just,
Breathe heavily into the mic.
You know what?
yeah.
Oh.
You're gonna have
There must be
Soska
some
putting his face up
extracurriculars
to
going
the
on at Liv's
speaker.
house. There must be some extracurriculars going on at Liv's house. I'm just saying. No other reason to be breathing that hard.
Yeah, tell Mickey to get out of there.
Oh boy.
Oh. Go.
You know what? I'll fight you too, bud.
You mean it was quiet there? It's not quiet anymore, but it was quiet there.
Oh, shit. I'll move the phone over.
Oh, I remember. I gotta answer these questions correctly.
Lone Star, it only took me 2 tries to defeat Linus.
Nice.
Yep.
It'll probably take me a little more this time than last time, but I'm not gonna be
What's
pushing
after the other
characters
two?
the way I was.
I'm not using Dragoons this playthrough, though, so there's that.
I mean, if you prep for your battles, Dragoons are really not essential.
No. They're fucking badass, though, and they hit hard, but...
Are you getting down again? Okay.
But any of the worthwhile enemies will one-shot your Dragoons just because you turn Dragoon.
Wait, who?
Any of the worthwhile enemies, like
My favorite one.
Melbuframa or
Oh,
a few
nice
others.
Liv. I'm glad the glitch is still working.
The
That's
jewel. The
You can
jewel one.
Yeah, the jewel will mess you up too.
The grand jewel will mess you up if you turn Dragoon.
The Divine Dragon also.
Yep. I don't know, with Malibu Frama, I didn't utilize the Dragoons as far as like the other ones except for the Divine Dragoon, just because
it's the only opportunity you have to use it.
pretty much. Which that was one thing that I didn't like. I wish there was more of an opportunity to use it. We should have been able to after we beat the Divine.
yeah.
Yeah, we should have got it like the whole way through the moon rather than just
at
the
the end,
final
literally
battle.
the last fight, yeah.
Oh, you shit's in your glove? That's cool.
Glitch is still working, Dark Flame grinding. You're still grinding? Proud of you.
Yeah, she found a glitch in Talia, and she's abusing the glitch. It's a money glitch where she keeps getting rubies and selling them for money.
That's freaking amazing.
Right?
I mean, I appreciate the ingenuity.
Right?
What are you making Alfredo, Dad?
5K per ruby, nice.
Dad. When are you making Alfredo?
What?
When are you making Alfredo?
Don't run from the Lord.
What?
When are you making
I
Alfredo?
don't think I'm making it today.
I bet.
You take him down, Hunter.
Wait a minute, what did I get? What did I get? Damn it! Only got freaking common.
Ow. Damn it.
5K a ruby. I have about 50 of them right now. Ooh, she's
Damn.
cheating.
Yeah, she
So
is.
I need a loan.
You need a loan?
From
I need
V.
about, I need about, I need about 10 of them things.
J-Dub and I are going to start charging 1 ruby to watch our stream.
Yep, one ruby per stream. I need 10 too. Well, you got 50, so you hold on to 10. You give me 10. You give Lone 10. I mean, then you still got 20 left. You can hand some out to Dark and to Princess. But
Right?
you got to grind at least 10 more for Sochka.
Yep.
You know what? I got diamonds in Minecraft I can trade.
Are they better than rubies?
Yeah, considering that rubies don't do anything special besides probably worth money on that game.
And then the house. If I could have them in real life, all my debt would be paid off. In the house. Yeah,
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, in real life, I would. That would help out a little bit. A little bit.
Yep.
A little bit. I would be living a great life. Me too.
Uh-huh.
Me too.
Yes, we would live.
I mean, I could really then invest into the stream.
Oh, yeah.
What do you guys have? Pasta salad? Vinny doesn't even like pasta salad.
Yeah, J-Dub. Switching back to these slower editions is really messing with me.
I'm telling you. Come here.
Good.
What'd you say?
Get your hand out of my face.
You got olives you put in it? Oh, yummy, yummy, in my tummy. You know what's messing me up? The fact that he's going 100 miles a minute right now.
Who?
That's what's messing me up. Freaking Albert now. He's going freaking 1,000 miles an hour.
Yeah. His fucking, all of it, like, his last 3 to 4 editions are fast as fuck.
Well, you would also imagine that Labyrinth was older than Albert.
Yeah.
How to wrestle for beginners. How to wrestle for beginners.
Aha. See, I can do the gust of wind dance with Albert pretty good, just because I can click the button fast during that. But with Lavitz, I only got it on the very last attempt against Frugal. I got it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Level
I
1
just
done
like the
on
fact that
Volcano.
I just like the fact that Shauna's.
Hello, Mongoose. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, Mongoose?
Hey, thank you for the lurk, sir. Hope you're doing well.
Hope your day's going well, buddy.
Damn. I need to do something about magic defense for Albert because that just did 252 damage.
What's up, Royce?
See, I got Royce and a few others in my chat. It tells me I got 0.
I know, because freaking Twitch is stupid sometimes.
How you doing, Royce? Hope your stream's going well today, man. What the heck? Was a guy over there. I was going to kill him. There's this guy. He went to
Should
this.
have killed him. Gio, we're gonna be leaving in about 45 minutes or so. Thank you, Royce. Appreciate you, brother. You thought. Crush dance.
Are you hungry?
Damn it, I went too early. Shoot 'em. It's funny because it took me a long time to realize, but in this game, if you pay attention, there are certain additions that are literally for the growth of your Dragoon level.
Yeah, they give 100 or 200.
Yep.
And then if you put the right equipment on, you can rebuild your Dragoon level freaking instantly. I mean, one battle.
I don't want high grade. But I will. Like what equipment? Are you talking about like adding extra SP to the SP?
Like there's a sash, a War God sash that will double the SP you make. You also have a hat or helmet or whatever that does it. Um, Different armors add some. Let's see what else. And then you have weapons that'll add it.
I usually don't pay attention to those, but maybe I will.
That's how I got Shanna's dragon level up so fast. Was I gave her the War God stash, and she had a bow that doubled it. So she was getting like 200 SP per hit with an arrow. And then I gave her dancer boots so that she could get more turns.
You like pineapple? I've seen it.
Yeah, I want to.
Have you tried this at all?
I don't want to. Because that probably doesn't taste like real pineapple. Does it taste like real pineapple? You sure? That does not taste like real pineapple. Yeah. That means you taste good.
Gust of wind dance.
I mean, I'm not wrong, right?
Crush dance. Let's go.
Stop stealing my stuff, man. I'm doing crush dance.
Crush dance.
It always sounds like he's saying crash dance to me.
I love his accent when he says dance. So he's like goes dance. Love that.
You know, for the longest time, I thought you actually had to use your Dragoon in order for your
Harpoon.
SP to be accumulated so that you can level up your Dragoon level. Nope, that's not true. Oh, and by the way, in Severed Chains, it shows you how much more SP you need to get your Dragoon level to the next level.
Oh, that would be nice.
Oh yeah, what? I'll invite you to. I'm just showing everybody and everything. Goo goo gaga. I understand that.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, Lonnie's calling you baby again on stream.
I don't know. My
Yeah.
nipple's tingling.
You said what?
Nothing. Didn't say a word.
You said words. You said words. I just didn't hear them.
Did you drink twice?
I did.
I think you're lying.
I'm not. I actually tell the truth, unlike the guy who never is on face cam.
You're not on cam. I don't want to hear it.
I feel
I'm
like
not on
that's
cam.
a little bit of a lie too.
I didn't feel like putting the mask on and felt like kind of relaxed and chill. I might put it on for our
Wow, Liv.
Final Fantasy
Nice, Liv.
stream later. 250K. So when's that loan gonna happen? Because I need it.
Yeah, Jay.
What I do? If you were on Palia, you could get it. Oh, well,
You don't play it, do you?
no. I think I've only seen like a couple of people play it, but I've never even bothered.
You should try it.
It's pretty cool.
You
It's
know
pretty
what?
cool, except there's no fighting.
Yeah, see, that's terrible. We should play Temtem. That's what we should play.
Review up and down.
Temtem is lit.
Windows.
We should all play Grounded. That's what we all should do.
Yeah,
No.
I texted Jay on your stream, and Liv's like, he's streaming. I'm like, oh. Because I said, at least we can play the first one together.
We can. We can. But no, Temtem. You guys never heard of Temtem?
No.
Nope.
Yes, I have Tim on the Switch.
Temtem is awesome, Sochka, ain't it?
I mean, if you like Pokemon, yes. And if you want the more challenging game, yes.
Temtem is like Pokemon on crack.
Well, Palia's like Pokemon as well.
And it's a massive multiplayer.
Oh.
It is. You can do it.
But
You
I
can
don't
do a lot
think
of
you can
fun
build
stuff
in it,
with
can
that.
you?
You can't what?
You can't probably build in there, can you?
No.
Yeah, see.
With all the fighting, who wants to build?
Yeah, why would you want to build if you could fight?
Because I like building.
I like to do both.
I couldn't tell with all your Minecraft stuff.
You really cannot?
No.
But let's be honest. It's basically Arc, just Pokemon style.
I remember when Pokemon came out where you could build bases in like caves and trees. I used to have the best bases.
Wait, what?
There was a Pokemon game when you could use
You got to like dive underground.
power to build a base in a tree or like a bush or a cave or something like that, and some of them were pretty cool.
How do you not know this?
I don't recall that Pokemon game. The very first Pokemon game that I can recall is Pokemon Yellow and Green, and Red.
Okay,
and
yeah,
Blue.
like these were that was after those.
Oh, it was afterwards.
Yeah, I think it was black and white. Maybe sooner, maybe pearl. It's part of that.
Yeah, it was pearl because you
Yeah,
can, or it was ruby, diamond, or sapphire because you can make bases in walls.
yeah, it was something like that.
It was called secret bases. And the other thing that you could build in was diamond, pearl, and platinum, where you were able to go underground and build bases in like mine shafts.
Oh, yeah, no, I never did that.
It's awesome.
Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald.
Yeah, on diamond, pearl, and platinum, if you were playing with your friends, you could literally go into your friends' bases and you could go up to their computer and you could steal their flag that's next to their computer, and it's like capture the flag type game. You got to try to capture it and get it back.
Oh yeah, baby.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't know nothing about that.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool little something different than battling just Pokemon. It was a nice little mini game.
See, what I was doing in Temtem was I was capturing Umbras and Lumas, which were like shiny and dark. Oh, Crocodile Hunter, what is up, homie?
Hello,
Crocodile Hunter. How you doing, buddy?
How are you?
You okay, baby?
That's what's
What?
up, man. Thank you. Welcome in, Raiders. We are just playing
Yeah.
some Legend of Dragoon.
No.
Played this game a bajillion times.
No, that's daddy.
Backseat and
That's daddy's.
enjoy the audio content that's going on because we're all kind of playing Legend of Dragoon in our
No.
little streams. So that's what's up.
No, that's
Croc,
daddy's
how are you,
too.
brother? What were you playing?
No.
Can I trouble anybody to do a shout out for me for Croc? If not, I can take a second here and do it myself. Japan was crazy. Dude, you got to tell me about it. Did you go see like anime stuff? Did you freaking eat some crazy sushi foods? Like what? You got to tell me. I hear some babies.
Yeah,
There are
it's
some
me.
babies.
It's
We
me
got-
and Sasha's babies, both of our babies.
When did you guys have a baby together?
Yeah, we did.
It got a little nasty the other day.
Technically
There's
speaking,
a
almost
special
3 years ago,
species
apparently.
baby, right?
I thought Sochka looked pregnant, but I didn't want to say anything.
Oh yeah, no, the babies, yeah, the babies are streaming. It's called, it's
They
this
are.
new thing called Baby Stream, and
Yep.
it's how much can you take of babies screaming and crying on stream? It's almost like torture. We just, it's this new thing they're trying out.
See who blows up.
Very, very popular.
Super popular. It's getting nuts here. It's getting nuts. Yes, exactly like
I'm
waterboarding.
jumping off. I gotta go get some shit done.
It's like
All right,
the
bro.
bubble game.
Thank you for being in here.
Yep, I'll see you on a
Thanks,
bit.
Sochka.
See you later, bro.
Appreciate you, bro.
Later, man.
It's like it is like waterboarding. It's almost like the bubble game. You hold them under until the bubbles stop, type of thing. That was Soj. That was Sochka. He's got to go. He said he's got to go get some stuff done. But so you had a good time in Japan then? How long were you? You were there for a good portion of time. How long were you there for in total?
He was there for like 3 weeks.
I think so. I thought it was like that. basically nightlife for me there. We went partying with hostesses all night long, karaoke. So karaoke, yeah, you got to be careful with that word. We get PTSD around here from the word karaoke. 3 weeks, yeah.
Yeah. Still waiting on our karaoke video, but whatever.
Hey! I just said we get PTSD. Why are you gonna keep saying it, man? Really freaking get me.
I didn't
I
say
just
the
started
word.
twitching. You did actually. And then I started twitching. We're just picking on Liv. She said she was gonna hit us all up with a karaoke stream.
But to be fair, Liv deserves it.
We're waiting on it. So she does.
You're just gonna take that, Liv. You're not gonna beat his ass.
Lone might like that.
You never know. I might.
But that's freaking awesome, man. I'm glad you had a great time. I was there 10 years ago, and I did all the tourist stuff then. But this time, I could legally drink alcohol in Japan, and I went crazy with my friend.
There's a karaoke video.
I think you did. I think you did. I think we heard karaoke stream. I mean, originally it was just a karaoke video. Now it's a stream. Now it's a full-on IRL stream.
Yeah, it is.
Friends and fiance, crazy. I think so. I think so. You should have gave us our karaoke earlier. You're making us wait for it, so now we're demanding it on stream. How many followers you're gonna get?
I'm still good with the video, but after waiting this long, you got to dance too.
Oh, 100%.
You got to put on a performance like you're on stage.
Crocodile, if you can sing some Johnny Cash, we'll take a karaoke stream from you too.
Yes.
She said she does not dance.
No, Liv, you do dance. Don't lie to yourself.
I have deep voice, everything else.
You could show Cheesy how to do the Macarena.
Yes.
I preferred
Princess says she'll get Dark to dance too, so it'll be fun.
But Dark has to wear the mask.
Bet.
Gimp mask, baby.
Yeah, I love wearing masks.
The one with the zippers on the eyes.
Yes, and they got to be zipped.
What's the fun in that?
So you don't see how bad it is. Okay, so good. Then you can do the Macarena. See? We didn't specify on what dance it is. You could have just done a little head bob. And
That's perfect. Because Cheese doesn't do the Macarena right now. I want her to see how it's done.
Yeah. Macarena, the hardcore version. Crocodile, I feel like you could do that 100%. Some freaking heavy metal Macarena music.
That's why we're here, Liv.
Oh, come on. All I heard was harpoon.
Harpoon.
How is Spooky October for you guys? Not spooky at all. I don't think I played a single spooky game. Although I probably could play like what the hell? Well, I could play. I don't know actually what I could play. I could play my motorcycle zombie game, I guess. I could also play The Last of Us. You're playing Silent Hill F?
Nice.
I did not. I saw some, and they weren't really that crappy. I liked one of my buddies, Cage, was playing The Quarry, and I liked that one. That one was intriguing.
Have a good night.
I guess you can consider my. It's not really a horror game, but it was kind of like that detective game that Nobody Wants to Die or whatever game that I was playing. That one was pretty cool.
That's the one we watched at Obligation.
You said what?
I said, I think that's the game that the rest of us watched out of Obligation.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with you. It actually did
Yeah.
look pretty cool. I didn't follow it all the way because I was in and out. So, but the game itself looked pretty cool.
It was. It was just too damn short.
Oh, Crocodile, tell JW about the games, the new games you got.
He's got new games. She's dead.
Oh, yes, he goes.
Oh yeah.
What games do we got? And by the way, you're playing Silent Hill F right now? Because I've seen that game. That game's got some jump scares in that one I've seen. Silent Hill 1. The first one. PS1. Okay. I never really played the Silent Hill games. I should have, but I never did. Chrono Trigger, Dragon Quest, the 1-7, Hack to You, all.
Chrono Cross is awesome.
Final Fantasy IV Complete Edition and Chrono Cross. That's freaking awesome. I do have Chrono Cross. Streamer, what is it? Radical Dreamer?
Yeah, but what he got was like the original Japanese release versions.
Because he got them from Japan.
Yeah.
I remember him saying that. There was another streamer that did the same thing. I don't know if you guys are familiar with what is this, Meowskulls or something, whatever his name is. He also did that. He went to Japan not too long ago either, but not for as long as he did. He said, "Bro, Chrono Trigger was so cheap in Japan for $50, still in the package." Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, that's wild. A lot of those games sell for a lot.
Damn.
Beast Tamer. First Dragon Quest on the Famicom for 90. You can't get it here at all. Ultimate 4.
Nice.
Wow, that's freaking amazing.
I remember playing Ultima 1.
It still uses floppy disks. That's lit. Does everybody know what floppy disks here? Everybody know what they are?
Oh yeah.
J-Dub, stop talking about your floppy disk.
Hey! I wasn't talking about that. I was just asking everybody.
I have something floppy for you.
No, that one's for Sojka.
No,
1984.
That's for Smurf. I told you, I pimped him out for the weekend, so.
I gotta stop pimping him out. floppy disks. Nice. I
Have
have
a
a floppy.
You have a floppy dick? Nice.
He said from 1985.
Careful, Lone Star's gonna yell at you for saying dick, you know.
Very, very dusty.
You'll have to pardon me for wanting to keep a clean stream, or at least semi-clean.
Slight spelling error.
Slight, I'd say quite a bit, Liv, but you know what? It's fine.
It was a typo, auto-corrected, you know? That happened.
I know, but it's funny.
Yeah, spelling error.
No, you meant to say that, didn't you? I know you did.
You meant to say doc.
It's a nice stream today. No foul language.
Thank you, Crocodile.
It's for Lone Star.
Woo. Really, Jada? Because I'm gonna come in your stream just saying all kinds of stuff. I ain't talking innuendo. I'm talking about in your endo.
Listen. I don't know what. Here we go. I don't know why he's saying it like that. Like he doesn't already, muddy up my stream. And then when I say something, he's like, hey. We want to keep it at least PG-16.
Everything I say is innuendo, though.
Friggin'. Yeah, I'm over here still cleaning off my boots from the slop you left in my
He can't say it
Hey, we have an Australian that comes and hangs out, and he doesn't use that one. So until he uses it, we're not using it.
100% agree.
And I don't feel like he's going to use it. But, Lone says things, and then, he does the complete opposite in other people's stuff. So,
You know what? I go with the flow in everybody else's chat. So how the chat's going is how I go. I am perfectly respectful until other people go there.
Yeah, I heard. He said it was pretty good.
Is tequila in there?
I think so. What did you say? I know. This is true. I do know that word is used quite often. Like, I feel like it might be in certain people's everyday language. It's just not in our stream language. We really do try to keep the stream as.
And what word are we talking about?
It's a C word. Starts with a C. You next
I like
Tuesday.
that word. Oh, I like that word. That's a good word.
Yeah, see, I knew it was somebody's everyday language, but
I love that word. Just walk up to someone, just call them that. It's the most funniest thing. Hey, I am part Irish, so I have a sailor potty mouth, so I kind of can't help it sometimes. I try, but
okay, Irish are not known for their sailors.
Our British friend says so much of that word because it means different.
We all have our own vocabularies. That's all I gotta say.
Absolutely.
Fine, you can come with me.
I don't say it to make fun of people. I don't say it to make fun of people to be mean. I say it because it's fucking hilarious.
Well, it's a good thing because we don't say that on here. We say son of a biscuit. That's what we say.
Son of a shoe puff.
Happens to be our Australian. Biscuit needs to come back in the chat so we can talk about him.
Yeah, where
What is
did
Biscuit
Biscuit run
German?
off to?
No, he's Australian. He's from Sydney, Australia.
Oh,
He's our very good buddy. I swear that they just don't give enough experience in this freaking game. Oh, wait,
Before you go, should you put air in my timer?
What's happening, Royce?
yeah, I can. A lot of things you can get away with here does not fly in other countries. This is true. There's a lot of things that fly in other countries that you can't get away with here.
yeah.
Come back.
I mean, you can get away with it, but like, I can't guarantee you won't get shot or something.
I mean, that's true. 100%. Yeah, 100%. Unless you're grinding for like additions. That's the only thing you can really grind. Well, additions and dragoon level.
Yeah, grinding additions is definitely not useless.
Look at that. Cheesy shows up. What's up, Cheese?
Cheesy. We're about 90% of the way talking live into showing you how to do the Macarena.
We are. We are. We just
Hello,
gotta
Cheesy.
get over that one little hump thing.
How's Cheesy
And
doing
we are.
tonight?
Best iron, we don't care about that. Thank you, Cheese. Appreciate you.
No, 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 no. We're not leaving it there. That is unauthorized.
Yeah, they got lost a while back in chat. We were just gonna leave it there. I already know how. I don't think so. I don't think
We've
so.
been waiting for weeks for Liv to give us the karaoke video that she promised us. So now we told her that we want her to do the Macarena while she's up there. So you could learn how to do it. So you'll do it right when you're chat instead of sitting.
Oh my gosh. Oh wait, I got a spirit ring.
I said 90% of the way there.
Yeah, we didn't make it all the way, but we're almost there. Is that what that? Oh, recovers SP. Now wait a minute. Does recovering SP is that gonna count towards your dragoon level? That's what I want.
Well, you know what? We'll split the difference and we'll say we're 55% of the way there.
Exactly. So once you start standing, then we won't have to have this conversation. Yup. Yup. Don't worry. It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna get it there. We're almost over that 90% hump. We're gonna make it to that 100%. It'll be fine. No, yeah, but I'm wondering, like, recovering the SP, is that going to count towards dragoon leveling or no? Do you know, Lone?
What's that?
Spirit ring, the recovering of the SP, is that going to go towards dragoon
It's
leveling or
well,
no?
yeah, yes, it does. It does go towards your dragoon. What it does is it gives you like 20 SP at the start of every turn.
Oh, nice. So I'm going to give that to Sean. You already freaking can't do anything else.
Now, it's only at the start of that character's turn, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm doing a full playthrough Crocodile right now without using any Dragoons, and I'm doing really fucking well. I'm only dying like once to every boss I found so far, except for Linus. I died twice from her.
Now, I don't want to hear anything about it. I haven't used a single Dragoon in my playthrough. Not a one.
I've used the Dragon.
I use Dragoons all the time because they're fucking sweet, and some of them are overpowered as shit. They look cool, but this playthrough I'm not doing them because I'm challenging myself.
I'm just being a smartass. I'm still in my first trip to Helena.
No. We'll change that. Don't worry.
But I think we should use Dragoons, though, on our speed run we're going to do eventually.
Did you hear me, Dark? Dark?
I did not hear you.
I said, but to be fair, I'm still at my very first visit to Helena right now.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like level 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, my team is all level. My guard is level 21, and my other guys are 18 and 19 right now. So.
You want to know what's the coolest part about this remaster or whatever that they put onto the PlayStation? That you can actually save it anywhere you want.
Oh yeah. I bought it off the. I got it off the games catalog, and yeah, you click the save button. It's so easy to save.
Yeah, you just press start, and you can save it anywhere you want to save it.
And you can reload. And you can also reload too. You can save and you can reload to a certain spot within the last minute or 10 minutes or so of gameplay.
You can reload. You can reload wherever you want from wherever you saved it at.
Yeah. Ooh, Crocodile, you know you can start a playthrough with us and we can have another collab in here.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
We got yeah, we're gonna have. I think it's gonna be 5 of us, right? 4 of us. Well, Papa doesn't stream, otherwise he'd be the other one. But he's gonna do it with us. He said.
Yep.
Damn it.
Wait. There, she'll do better now. That's okay. We don't mind.
Okay. 1 in the morning. Okay, so what time do you usually play? What time do you usually start playing? Your time. Because if it's 1 in the morning there, is it almost 1 in the morning? Or it's got to be almost 1 in the morning, right? It's 12:47 where you're at. Mother of mothers. She can't stay alive to save her life. Yeah. I start at 9 p.m. most of the time, but I'm back at work again, so I'm streaming less than most. So 9 p.m. would be like 3 o'clock here. I'm usually finishing up a stream at 10 o'clock your time. I do one from, what is it, like 7 your time till 10. Yeah. I'm full-time homeschool my daughter.
J-Dub, I need to get a comfortable chair like yours.
You do. I almost had to get my old chair back, but gonna keep this bad boy.
I'd be playing Minecraft and fall asleep, and you guys just see me snoring on stream.
That'd be beautiful.
What Pop does. But that's on any game.
Yeah, because I'm only good for another 10 or so minutes. 4 months ago.
Yeah, Crocodile, that's where I met you. You were playing this game.
That's a long time ago. Watch you guys struggle here. I actually struggled. Struggled with Django.
I am only struggling because I have to find a fucking code for this test, and it's annoying the fuck out of me. If it wasn't for this damn
you just gotta guess it correctly.
I am. I've done so many fucking combinations. It's like
Are
I
you
put them all.
cheating? Are you rewinding it at this point?
No, I'm just straight on doing it and I keep fighting the skeletons over and over and over and over again and getting the XP because it's good XP. So
it is good XP, but the problem is you're losing your opportunity to be able to get freaking.
Yeah, I know it's fine. Not really worried about it.
Losing your opportunity for what?
To get the ultimate war god.
Oh yeah, no. That one is very useful, and you can sell it for good money.
To the Congo part, but I'm not gonna do the Congo part. That's how I met you, was through Lone Star. He sent me to a raid. He raided you one time, I think. Otherwise, I don't know how the heck I met you.
Yeah, this is one of the best games ever, but I fucking hate the puzzles in this game. Hate them. Not a puzzle person. Fucking hate puzzles.
Oh, so you can't play God of War then?
Hate puzzles. The only puzzles that I did like is I liked puzzles inside of Tomb Raider. That's it.
Tomb Raider was that game too, though.
Yeah, I know, but still.
Bisky, he comes back.
Bisky!
Oh yeah, the magic item. Yep. Maybe. Yeah, I think so. Maybe that's how that happened. That might be right, because you weren't all that great at the rating portion of it because you didn't really know how.
Oh, you know what? You're right. I was just trying to learn how to raid.
That's right.
And I kept screwing it up. I learned, though.
That's right. You did.
Finally, after a couple of months.
I'm proud of you. You did great.
Okay, so I figured out what the third number is. The third number is a 0 because that gives me the 3 ... So
It changes every single time, right?
yeah, I know. But if you try different combinations, if it says ... out of any of your 3 numbers, that means one of them are right.
That's true. Yeah, I gotta head out myself because I gotta take this kid home. So I'm gonna raid out. Raid a guy. I met a guy. He's a nice guy. He's also playing Legend of Dragoon. I don't know why, but he has follower or subscriber only chat, so doesn't want people talking. But his name is Dark Messiah, so check him out. Until next time, guys.
Thank you.
Signing out.
Have a good night, brother. 550. Okay, at least I know the last number. The last number is 0. At least I know that. I got one fucking number done after I've been here for an hour and a half doing this part.
You'll be okay, honey.
There you go.
Deep breath.
All right, I'm gonna go and do this, and then Lone, I'll probably see you.
Yeah, I'm not going to be on for much longer. I got to do some stuff around the house still
But we'll be
Well,
on.
before
I'll
our
see
stream.
you later.
I gotta make Vivi a bottle real quick. Hold on, baby.
Later, Crocodile. We'll see you next time.
Hold on, baby.
But yeah, Lone, I'll hit you up when I get back, and then we can grind some
Yeah, sounds good.
six. All right.
Yeah, catch you later.
All right, guys. I'll see you later. Peace.
Babe, maybe you can help me out with this, huh? You like puzzles so much.
But
You like puzzles so much? Here, you can help me with this. Give me a second. I gotta go piss real quick.
I am driving.
Yes, but I'm gonna give you some number combinations. And you're gonna tell me which ones to put in.
Okay.
So I switched out Rose for Haschel. Lone Star.
Yeah?
I switched out Rose for Haschel because Haschel is more tankier and has more health. So I put him in. So
He's also slower and has a lot less resistance to magic, so watch out.
I know, but I have him in here because I can use him as a tank in case I need to use items.
Oh,
I can use
absolutely.
him as my item person type of thing. You know what I mean? So
You got Bandit Ring?
I have Bandit Ring. Yes,
All right, you should be good then.
I should probably give that to him, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
All right, let me do that.
Shanna killed Frugal. That's funny.
Oh, Shauna killed Frugal.
Yeah.
I think I've done that before. It's funny when it happens.
Arrow straight to the heart, it looked like.
Yeah, right?
Hey, level 5. Ooh, new addition. Spinning Cane.
Spinning Cane. Damn, I didn't even finish my addition with Albert, and he already did 202 damage. Crush dance. All right, let's try these combinations. All right, babe, you ready?
Okay, what are they?
Okay, hold on. Almost ready here. Leaving the battle now. Okay, so the last number in this three numbers that I got to put in, the last digit has to be 0. And the numbers I have to work with are 0, 5, and 8. So the third number has to be 0.
850.
Let's try that. Nope.
580. Or did I say that?
No, you didn't. Okay, that's not it. Okay.
Well, those are the only three numbers you're giving me, and you're only saying that's the zero.
No, you can use each of those numbers twice. Each of those numbers.
Combination is what you're saying.
How
Yes,
many?
It's a three number combination, and you can use them twice because the zero is the third letter or the third number is the one I have to have, which is the zero. I need
What are your numbers exactly? What four numbers do you have?
0058 are the four that the ghost gave me.
Right.
Okay, hang on. Try 080.
Okay, let's try it. Nope.
Okay, then you can try 050.
Okay, let me try that. 050. Nothing.
Did you do 5 or 6?
I
You
did
did
5.
6.
I hit 6, then I hit 5. I hit 6 by accident.
Okay. In that case, you can try 800 or 500.
Okay, let's try that. Not 800. Getting the 3 dots, so the 0 is still correct. Okay, it's not 500.
0850.
Yeah, 0050 are the four numbers I need to use.
I just
So
told you what to put in. What are you talking about?
Wait, hold on. What'd you say?
I said 0850.
I can only put in 3 numbers.
You said 4.
Yes, they gave me 4 to use.
You have
0,
4 numbers
0.
to use, but it's a 3-digit code.
Yes.
Okay.
And I can
zero's
use
in the
each.
beginning, but you're saying also the 0 has to be at the end.
Yes, the 0 has to be at the end because that's the one I do have correct.
Well,
But you can use those numbers, the 0, 8, and 5. You can use them twice.
No, you can't use those twice. No, you cannot. You can only use each number that's shown once. The only reason you can use 0 twice is because there's 2 zeros.
Oh, okay.
So if a 0 has to be at the end,
yes,
then there's only 4 other options you can do.
Yeah.
Okay.
850, 580, 050, 080. 800 or 500. That's all there is.
All right, let me rewind then. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Let's go back to right here. All right, what was the first one?
If a 0 has to be at the end,
yes,
then start off with 085. And we'll see what's at the front.
Okay. Now it's saying ... So now one of those are correct. So let me put the last 2 numbers. I'm going to change to 7s to see if the front number is correct because the 7 is not the number they gave me. So I'm going to try that. Okay, that's not right. Okay, so that means that let's try 0 for the last also. Yep. Okay, so the 0 at the last is the one I keep then.
Now, if you just did 085 and you said one of them's correct, now try 058 to see which one is correct. If it's the first 0, the last 0, the 8, the 5, you're trying to figure out what's the middle one.
Yes. So the last one, the third number is a 0. Because watch. Ready?
I understand. What I'm saying, though, is if you already know that, then you only have to work on the first 2. So
yeah, the first 2, correct, yes.
So what you do is you change the last one so that you're not getting the ... anymore.
Right. and that's what I was doing before. So
And then you need to get the first one, or this
Got
and
you.
the second one. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay, let me try something. Oh, that one was right. I think it's the middle one. Let me change the middle one. Okay, 8. Okay, all right, I got it. So it's so the middle number is 8. The third number is 0. So that leaves the first one. So let's go with
It's either a 0 or a 5.
0 or a 5. Yeah. So it's not 5. And it's not 0. What the fuck? All right, let me change those. Okay, and I gotta rewind again. Okay. So we are gonna go. We're gonna see if that's correct. Okay, so that is correct. Yes. So the last one has to be 0, like I said. Okay. All right. So we're gonna put that there. We'll try that. Okay.
Let's see. Two guards. We just killed like 50 of them getting in and out of the prison. Two guards are making these guys hide scared. Come on. Now, check out my stream. Did you know about this?
All right. Yeah. Give me a second.
Yeah, the secret chest. That's
No, I did not know about that one.
Yeah, it's a free 100 gil right there, or gold. It's right here where Levis gets shot.
Oh shit. Oh, you just run right through that wall there, and there's a hole in the wall. Okay.
Yeah, it's a little cave there that you can't see unless you know about it.
Huh.
No, oh God, no! I didn't find it on my first try. I found it by complete accident. All right. I think before I go in the cave, I'm gonna save. But I'm doing great on my additions.
Yeah, me too. I've been hitting almost all of them.
Really? You leave Shanna alone. I'm gonna kick your butt. Dart will give him the what for. The Black Monster. I don't care what they say. No one will ever convince me that that's not Haschel's daughter.
Who?
Dart's mom. She's wearing the purple,
Oh yeah.
and she goes in to fight because she knows how to fight.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, it makes sense.
And Dart's father is always drawn to women that are strong. Rose, Claire, have to
Yep.
be.
What is in this chest right here? The one I'm struggling on. What is in this chest?
There's 5 items. The first time you unlock it, you'll get 1 item. The second time, you get a different item, and they get progressively better. The last one is the Ultimate War God.
Oh, okay.
And you know what the Ultimate War God does, right?
What?
You know what the Ultimate War God does, right?
Yeah, it makes your additions like hit every time.
Except here's the deal, because the War God Calling does that as well. But
Oh,
it with the War God Calling, you do half damage, half SP. With the Ultimate War God, it's full damage, full SP, and counts toward one of your additions.
that's cool.
And if you're just getting it to sell, it's worth 5,000 gold.
Holy fuck.
If you go to buy one, it costs 10.
And see, I don't understand this code thing because I figured out what my last 2 numbers are, and there's only 3 combinations, and they're not working. Like, look at my screen for a minute. Watch this. Let me know when you're watching.
I'm watching.
Oh, okay, you see this 0 right here at the end?
Yeah.
Okay. They gave me 80050 for my numbers that I can use. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check to see if this 0 is correct. So I'm gonna put these as 4s, and if this puts ... then it's correct. Watch. Okay. ... Okay, so now I go back in, so that's correct. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change this to a 1. I'm gonna go back and change this to a 0. Check that. Okay, not correct. All right, so what I'm gonna do, make this an 8. See if that works. Okay, here we go. Correct. So it is 0.
Hang on.
It is 8-0.
Hang on.
8-0.
So it is 8-0.
Right. I've tried that first number. I made it a 0. I made it a 5, and I made it an 8, and it's not working.
What do you know what I think you need to do?
What's that?
Go back, look at the number again. Make sure you're using the right numbers.
Oh, I am. I'll show you. Hold on. Let me go back. Unless it changed, but it didn't change. I've checked out these numbers like 3 times, and it was always 0050 every time I've checked it. Fuck. Ran into a wisp.
Yeah, you got to travel down the right side of those stairs in order not to run into that one.
Yeah, what I do is I let them pass me usually, and then I go around them. But I didn't do that time. I don't know why.
Let me know when you get to the room before you do it.
Yeah, I will. Summon 4 gods.
Yeah, my last playthrough, I had almost everybody maxed out as far as they could by the time I left the Phantom ship.
Oh, what ship is that? Oh, Phantom ship?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you can grind here really easily because of those skeletons, too.
Well, you can choose when you fight because the wisps. You can have free healing, free
Yep.
and a place to buy items. So it's a perfect spot to grind.
Wait, where do you buy items here?
Downstairs, you can buy weapons and items. Downstairs in the main ship, the Queen Fury.
Yeah, the Queen Fury, yeah. See, how I healed because I didn't know that was there. I would just go into a battle, make sure there's one enemy left like this, and I would just constantly defend. And then once I'm full health, and then I just kill it.
Oh, there's a place for you to sleep on the Queen Fury too.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh. They really fucking were like, here you go, here's everything you need.
Yes, it is. Out aside from the Death Frontier, it's the best grind spot. It's actually better than the Death Frontier in that it has a shop. It's worse than the Death Frontier because the guys in the Death Frontier can take a lot more damage.
Oh, yeah, they're more tankier, yeah.
Well, and like the worm in that desert does not counterattack.
Oh. Oh, shit. I hate that hallway that I'm at right now because there's like fucking 5 of them that are like in the hall.
Yeah, and they do circles there.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. I got to go on the other side.
Damn, Albert. I just did a gust of wind dance to a will-o-wisp and did 338 damage.
Nice.
Albert is so broken, dude. Like, grass is such a good fucking type on this. Like, grass and fire are just so crazy OP. Or not even fire. I should say grass and dark are pretty good.
Albert's not grass, he's wind.
Or wind, yeah. That's what I meant. Wind is super OP then. What do you think is like runner-up when it comes to like as good as wind?
Haschel.
Oh, thunder, lightning, whatever.
Yeah, it has no opposite element in this game.
Oh, so he's not weak to anything.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. See, that's one of the reasons why I have him in here then, because of that. Because that was my reasoning to switch him out for Rose, and because I can use him as an item bitch when I need to start healing. I can waste his attacks just to heal everybody and use items. Because I need Dart and Albert for his damage. So. Because Dart and Albert both do way more damage than Haschel, but Haschel will be able to withstand more hits and he'll be able to fucking.
Haschel, he gets to the point where he does equal damage to Dart.
Oh.
He's only doing less now because his additions aren't as finished. He's not as far along.
Like right now, Haschel has the Fury of 4 Gods or whatever.
Summon 4 gods?
Yeah.
I think Summon 4 gods is his SP one though, isn't it?
Yeah, it gives him like fucking 3 or 4 or like 5 charges of SP when he does it. Like 5 SP like 5 different times. Or 25 or something. Yeah, it gives him 25, 12, 12, and then another 12.
So you got to compare that to like Madness Hero.
Yeah. Well, Darts does Crush Dance does 20, 20, 20, 20. Oh, this Grim Reaper just fucking one-shot Albert. You
yeah.
bitch. You bitch. Tart's already leveled up from all this fighting already. Just from the skeletons alone. I think this is the room I gotta be in, I think. Nope, not this one.
All right, let's see. I might
Oh, here we go. Here it is. You ready?
Yep, I'm here.
All right. Zero.
Hang
Look,
on.
it changed. It changed. 0328. Yeah, it changed. It was 0058. You can ask fucking what's his name? Sosha. He wrote that in the chat for me. So it changed. 0328. Okay. All right.
And if you know an 8 and a 0 is at the end, you only have a 3 and a 2 to worry about.
A 3 and a 2. Yeah, exactly. So I think I got it now. I got this now. I should probably rewind. Or no, I shouldn't. It changes. Oh no, I'm not gonna rewind. Now I know it fucking changes. I'm not rewinding it. I wonder how many tries you get it wrong for it to change. I wonder.
The first one, you get 10 tries. The second item, you get 8 tries. The third item, you get 6 tries. The fourth item, you get 4 tries. And the last item, you get 2 tries.
And then the code resets, right?
Yes.
Oh. So you said it goes 10, 8, 6, and 2?
10, 8, 6, 4, 2.
Oh, 6,
5
4,
items.
2. I gotcha. Now, is there a specific order you do it in?
What do you mean?
Like for the chest. Like when you put the codes in the chest, you got to do them in a certain order? Or is it all one chest?
It's the same chest.
Oh, okay, I got you now. I was kind of like, okay, well, where are the other chests? Because I haven't seen any. See, that's how long it's been. I don't remember these, like, little details. And when I did play this, I think I was, like, 15 or 14 last time I played this, I think. And I beat it, like, once or twice. Well, I think I beat it
I played
once.
it shortly after it came out. And it was right. I got it right before Final Fantasy X came out. And
I liked Final Fantasy 13. That's the one with lightning, right?
yeah, I couldn't get into that one. I keep trying.
I like that one. I think she's a badass.
I think that the entire game is weird.
It was kind of weird, but I just I liked her character. That's pretty much it, really. Eight zero. Okay, so 8-0. So I got a 2 and a 3. So I'm gonna try 2-8-0 and then 3-8-0. Got it. Okay, now how do I make the chest close to put in another code?
Just leave the room.
Oh, okay. I see how it is now. Okay. I pick up what you're laying down. I see. Now I have to go back and check the new code, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. One more follower to reach my goal, babe. One more follower to reach my goal, babe. If you're still there.
She ran away from home.
Probably. Crush dance. Oh boy, that's gonna hurt Albert a lot. 352. Yep, that hurt. That hurt a lot. Oh boy. All right, Haschel, you're gonna need to heal Albert because he needs some health. Yeah, I already have 6,990 gold already.
Yeah, by the time I left the Phantom ship, I was buying my first piece of 10,000 gold gear.
What was it?
It was the Legend Cast.
What does that do again?
50% reduction in magic damage.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
good.
Albert
That's
loves
really
the
good.
Legend Cask.
That would be fucking overpowered if you give that to Dart.
Nah, give it to Albert. He's already got high resistance to physical damage.
Oh yeah, that's true. Make him even more tanky. Yeah.
And it still leaves you room to put the bandit ring and the bandit boots.
For who?
Albert,
Oh, okay.
make him fast and tanky.
Yep. Makes sense.
The other one that benefits from that is Congo.
What, the Legend Cast? Yeah, because he has
Legend
a
Cast and
terrible magic.
let's see, Legend Cast and Armor of Legend, and then you can give them the bandit ring and boots. Give them a lot more speed and all the resistances, and they become essentially unstoppable.
How do you get the boots?
You find some, but I think there's a store you might be able to buy them in.
Oh, okay. I just got a new trophy. Rags to riches.
Nice.
I don't know which one that is. 7,000 gold, I think. Yeah, 7,000. The shop in the other ship sells healing breezes too, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Okay, and Dart is level 4 on his volcano now.
Damn.
Lavitz is level 2 on Harpoon. So getting better.
Yeah, I'll tell you what mine are here in a minute.
Okay. And I am going to save it and raid out.
So my addition levels are. Let's see. So my crush chance on dart is level 5. Hashel's Summon 4 Gods is level 3, and Albert's Gust of Wind Dance is level 3.
Nice.
Like the higher that level is, the more damage they do, correct?
Yes. It gives a higher percent bonus to the damage.
Oh.
I think we will raid out to...
I don't even know who else is on.
7 Days to Die. I think we're going to go to watch that. Yes, baby.
Like, was really good before.
And thank you everybody for showing up to my stream here. And I'll be back on here in a little while with some Final Fantasy VI. J-Dub and I are going to stream that together. We are pacing each other to essentially play together. So yeah, that'll be a couple hours from now. We'll hopefully see you guys then.
Talk to you later, Lone Star. Thank you.
Later, buddy.
Later, buddy.
Yo, what? Lone Star. Oh shit, Lone Star Navy vet. How's it going, brother? Thank you for the raid, man. I've seen you around at at Royce's. Sorry, my brain's not working right now. I'm getting my ass kicked right now. Welcome in, guys. I'm Jello-san. I stream a bunch of different stuff. I got a baby.